Bubbles, by the way. Welcome to Bracket Bastard, the podcast. We take a bracket of 32, 64, 128 or more, and banter our way down to a winner. I am Freddie Fisher, and this is Q.
You going to Bubbles first or me?
Q.
You. Bubbles is hosting.
Me? Why the fuck me? I'm just kidding. Nah, it's your boy Q, the energy, the liveliness, the reason why you tune into this podcast. Yes, because, Harvey's not on this thing all the time anymore, so you don't tune in to hear his nice, subtle, soft voice. That's just not happening no more. You listen to me, you tune in for me, because I am the best bastard of them all, and this is...
It's the entire hashtag sexual chocolate. Speaking of Harvey, by the way, we have a couple of guests. We have 3 guests, so there's actually more guests than there are bastards today, because Bubbles is hosting. She's taking that one chair. Andy and Hollis, how you doing there, guys?
Pretty fabulous. How are you? I'm Andy.
I'm Hollis, and Andy's doing extra great. She's got a sandwich.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Damn right. Nothing like a nice little mutton and lettuce and tomato when the mutton is nice and lean.
And beverage.
Oh, man.
And of course we have... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I was just going to say I usually go from completely silent to really, really opinionated for no reason very quickly.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Which is perfect for this fucking show. We also have one of the original, one of the OG, one of the best humans that I have had the pleasure of meeting in my 38 years of life. We have Mr. Harvey Lidgear.
Yeah, I'm back. Hello, everyone. I am an OG, like our boy Freddie said. And I had to come back because, of course, if Bubbles is hosting, we have to come through and support. So, of course, I came through. And yes, I'm not here really anymore, so I know you don't get to listen to the smooth, subtle sounds of Harvandre. So I know. So you have to listen to Q, and I'm sorry for that. There's only so much we can do here, but it is an honor to be back and to support. I think officially, even though Freddie, I love you, I think Bubbles is my favorite bastard. Nope, don't take that person.
You know what? That's all right. Bubbles can be on top of me anytime she wants to. Before we start, though, we have a couple of rules today. Number 1 is the entire steal a vote. One time during this show, up into and including the quarterfinals, you are allowed to steal one person's vote if they have not voted yet, which means the entire thing about blowing a load, which is the next rule we're going to get to. If they blew their load, their vote is still active, which means you can still steal it. The other one, as I said, is blowing of load. If you're one of the first people to go and don't want to be one of the first people to go, you can blow your load. This means you're going last. If somebody else blows their load after you, you are no longer going last. You're going directly before them, and so on and so forth. Last up, since we have 6, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on the screen today, Bubbles is hosting. There's only 5 of us voting, but we have the pass the parcel rule up into and including the quarterfinal matchup. Once again, you're allowed to pass the parcel if you don't want to vote, or you just don't want to be the bad guy in that situation. You can go ahead and pass the parcel to Bubbles. She'd be more than happy to take her hosting duties off to the side for a quick second and give her wonderful opinion, always known. That is it. I'm going to hand it over to the bubbly bastard herself, who is, by the way, this bracket is designated to her. The reason why is because Bubbles cannot drink soda anymore. We're talking about soda. We're talking about pop today. There's been multiple jokes and a whole bunch of people going like this on the show. That fizzed it up a little bit more than I was hoping to. On the show. So this is designated to her. Bubbles, take it away.
Oh, thank you guys so much for passing the torch. I am so honored. And Harvey, I am so excited to see you and listen to your smooth, jazzy voice.
Me too.
I do. I feel like sometimes I just like watch your videos because I'm like, ooh, I just need to listen in here. I don't even.
Oh my God. I'm all nervous now and verklempt. Oh my goodness. Bubbles is watching me. I'm so excited.
It's hot all over again, Harvey. Harvandre on the spot.
On the spot. Oh, that's nice. Oh, can I say something real quick?
That was you.
I came up with that.
You came up with that.
I am so good. I don't even know it. Oh my god. It occurred to me that with Bubbles hosting, it would seem strange to say this. So should I change the hashtag? No, I'm not doing it. In the event that a vote comes up and we're thoroughly annoyed about it, and there's only one person to blame. And even though Bubbles is hosting, and technically we should put the hashtag to Bubbles, but I will say nothing negative about my favorite bastard. So please feel free to say, "Fuck you, Freddie."
In Harvey's defense on this, by the way, I did make this bracket, so technically.
And there's two of them: hashtag FYF or hashtag FUF.
If you have fuck you with a little thing on the end of it.
We're just gonna shorten that later to fuff.
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 Oh, fuff. Ah, fuff.
Bubbles.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get things started here. So our first matchup of the day is going to be the Dr. Pepper versus Fanta Orange. And Freddie, you're starting.
Dr. Pepper is like number 3 or something like that, or is it number 2 or 3? Because I think it's 2 now on the most drank sodas in the world, taking over the spot from Pepsi. Don't quote me on that. I'm not completely for certain. However, I drink a lot more Fanta because it's not caffeinated, and I like the taste better. But if you guys want to look into the history of Fanta, it's not exactly the best, but I like the taste. So I will be going, and plus just to screw Q over a little bit more, I'm going to go with Fanta on this one.
Okay. Anything orange flavored or grape flavored can get the fuck out. So Fanta Orange can get the fuck out. I'm voting for that double penetration Dr. Pepper.
Who loves orange soda?
Hell
loves orange soda.
Oh god.
I mean,
Next.
Wow.
Next.
Okay. I think it's
Andy. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I'm down for some DP. That's my vote for sure. Dr. Pepper.
One vote for the DP.
I'm allergic to Fanta. I'm gonna go with Dr. Pepper.
No.
What did orange soda do to you, Q? Oh my! Wow.
It tastes like shit and a hat.
So here's my question: how do you know what shit tastes like?
Because
Well,
he
I
eats pieces
have a
of shit
child.
like you for breakfast.
He eats this shit for breakfast. No.
I almost said something bad.
We'll save it for later.
I'll save
The
it
really
for
funny
later.
part about this is that you're talking about how Fanta tastes like shit. Dr. Pepper literally is made with the help of prune juice.
Facts.
Oh, that's how I stay regular. You know what? No questions in here. No problem. I'm old, baby. You know, sometimes you need a little help. Say
You don't need water, just Dr. Pepper.
Just pass on through.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
will
like that's
go
how
on.
Dr. Pepper fans really are.
They should call it spiced prune soda.
Ooh, oh, there you go.
Spicy prunes?
You do that, it goes
It's
to
one of the
number one. It
23
goes
flavors.
right past Coke. I'm going to vote for Dr. Pepper. Fanta's ridiculous. Nobody likes that Fanta business.
Don't you want that? Want that? Want
And
that?
isn't it Fanta, not Fanta?
I don't care what it is.
I mean,
No, it's
they even
Fanta.
say it in the motherfucking little tune.
That's because
Yeah.
it's German. It's
You're
Fanta in
German.
America. I speak American. All right.
Now, speaking of tunes, with our next matchup, we actually have Sprite Remix.
Ooh,
Really?
I like that. Go ahead, boo. I
Sprite.
like that. Okay.
What do you think is?
And starting this one with our finger guns is going to be Q.
All right, so it was Sprite and what?
What?
We got Sprite and Sprite Remix.
Oh, Sprite and Sprite Remix. Okay. I'm going with the original Sprite on this one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like it. I like me a good remix every now and then, but most of the time when it's a remix, it's just not as good as the original.
Also coming from the person that doesn't like orange or grape soda.
Shut the front door.
What kind of opinions can you really take?
I
from
know. Like,
Can't believe it. Okay, well, I don't know what Sprite Remix is. I have not seen Sprite Remix.
It's a little bit more of a 90s thing. 90s, 2000s type thing.
Early 2000s.
I definitely
early 2000s.
I definitely lived that at that time, but Sprite Remix did not exist in my world. So I'm gonna go with the old school Sprite because it's been there my whole life.
Do you ever add Skittles
Is
to
somebody
Sprite?
telling the difference between the two?
Yeah,
Well,
what is the
that's
difference?
kind of what I'm thinking. Do you ever add Sprite to Skittles? Because that's kind of what, or sorry, add Skittles to Sprite, because that's pretty much what Sprite Remix is.
Like you take the green and the yellow ones.
Skittles Sprite.
It's
You
just
know,
it's a different flavor, a little more tropical flavor of Sprite.
I'm gonna say I
I'm
feel
really
like
not sure. Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm really not sure if the new ones are still classified as remixes because I know they had a bunch of different flavors come out like 10 years ago, and now they have a whole bunch of new flavors coming out. Are those remixes too? Because I don't really understand the classification, and those are hit or miss. So I'm down for regular Sprite.
I like the cans. I'm looking at the picture. Looks interesting. Tropical strawberry and pineapple. That sounds like ass. Excuse my language. I'm not drinking that.
Hawaiian ass, maybe.
And I'm going with the original also. But I'm a diabetic, so I don't drink it. I don't drink that, that soda anyway. So I keep my distance. Yeah. So I'm going with the original. This is my soda right here. This is my soda. Oh yeah.
Harvey, I'm with you on that. I can't drink soda either, so I just add the little flavors to my water.
Me too. Where's one? There we go.
There's 3 things that bring me back to skipping school in grade school. That is crackers, The Price is Right, and Sprite. Because we weren't when I got sick, I didn't stay home. I went to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother, bless her heart, didn't go for the cheap stuff. She didn't get like 7-Up or the entire Walmart version of stuff. She went with Sprite, because Sprite is the stuff that the rich people drink. So, in honor of my grandmother, I'm going to go with Sprite as well, which means that is a 5-0. Bubbles, what is a 5-0?
Oh my god. It's a motherfucking sweep!
It's a sweep!
So do you like it's 7-Up for poor people then?
Sierra Mist is more for poor people.
Oh, Sierra Mist.
Yeah,
because there's say Sierra Mist, which by the way is defunct now. It's not Sierra Mist. Sorry, because Sierra Mist got in legal trouble for their name. Apparently, there's a YouTuber that had the name Sierra Mist who actually had it trademarked before Sierra Mist became a thing.
Okay.
So yeah, weird shit. I know.
We're a little tilted, but we had to get creative with our camera, so sorry about that.
It says was discontinued January 9th of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Now I thought that I thought it wasn't a YouTuber. I thought it was a porn star.
which
they do their shit on camera. So,
and I was just also going to say, speaking of porn stars, our next matchup here is going to be we're either going to squirt or we're going to have some surge.
Oh my God, I love
That's
you. That's so
not
good.
where I thought that was going.
Freddie, just hand over the hosting duties. Dude, just give it to her. That's it.
Right,
That's
better segues already.
Dude!
No, okay.
killing it.
First of all, if that was, it was either squirt or I was going to go with the entire Mountain Dewer.
Oh God, give her the StreamYard info, dude. Hand it over.
I'm Mountain Dew, so she does squirt.
But I felt like this one was just a little bit more.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
And this one's gonna go ahead. We're gonna get started. This one off with Andy.
I'm racking my brain right now trying to remember if I've ever even tried Surge before.
Oh,
I have.
I know I've seen it. I know it's been in my presence.
It tastes like childhood diabetes. It's
Wow.
Childhood
But I
diabetes.
diabetes.
Oh my God, childhood diabetes. Oh, that's funny. Who
And
thought I would
squirt's
laugh
like
at that?
grapefruit flavored, so it's like the opposite of childhood diabetes. But I like squirt. I'm gonna go with squirt, and it's fun to say squirt, squirt.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna stand on the rock that grapefruit is not a soda flavor. That's really gross. like, I might as well just grab a grapefruit and squeeze it into your mouth. It'd be more appetizing.
Like, yes, I want a fun drink. Ooh, let's make grapefruit.
And make it taste like grapefruit flavored TV static. No, I'm down for a Surge.
Grapefruit TV static.
I like it. Oh my God.
Alrighty then.
I-
Are we
I-
going with childhood diabetes?
Yes.
Or grapefruit TV static.
oh my God.
Moving right along.
All right,
Yeah.
Are we?
I don't think I've had either one, Surge or Squirt. I don't think.
Oh.
So I don't know.
You're not doing it right.
Apparently so.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Oh my God. Wow, I came into this pod so happy. Now I realize I'm not the man I thought I was. Damn it. That's why the wife let me do the pod. I understand. It's all right. I'm gonna go. Surge just sounds funnier. And yes. Let's do Surge. Let's do Surge. How about that?
Jesus.
It's so early too.
Surge Ultra makes me feel like I'm vibrating.
The problem with this, with the entire comment about Harvey's not doing it right, is the simple fact that we've had Harvey's wife on the show before. So
Facts.
so I can't help that mental image, and I don't want that mental image.
Both kids. I'm doing something right. Both kids.
To answer Bubbles' question though, I agree that grapefruit flavor should not be a soda flavor. The only thing that Squirt really has and anything else is that Squirt is a great mixer for alcoholic beverages. Even though I don't really drink. However, Surge, I agree with the childhood diabetes, but I also agree with the entire a big ass bag of Doritos, Domino's pizza, a couple of 2-liter bottles of Surge, and a freaking Nintendo 64 on a Friday night after going to Blockbusters. That is complete nostalgia type thing for me. It is Surge 100%.
Wow. Dude, 911 on speed dial, bro?
Dude, I am.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
fact that I'm not 300 pounds now is probably because my family was poor. That's
Fire the next day, wouldn't you?
Oh my God. That's terrible. Doritos and pizza. Just
How were you not backed up?
yeah. He
City
wasn't
water.
surgeon.
City water.
City water.
Wait, didn't that Lil Xanny guy have to go to the hospital because he ate too many flaming hot Cheetos and it scratched up his insides?
Maybe that could
I mean,
happen.
first of all, I stay away from flaming hot Cheetos. Like I've done some pretty stupid shit in my life. Flaming hot Cheetos is not one of them.
Okay.
Done some heavy drugs in my day, but I won't touch them Cheetos.
Heroin, yes. Crack, definitely. Cheetos,
Cheetos,
hell
no.
Sir, fun fact, surge is the word that we use to replace the word DRUGS's in front of the kiddo.
It's kind of like, squirt or surge.
Surge it up.
All
Okay.
right, Q, you're gonna go ahead and bring up the tail end and finish this one off.
Well,
you can
I
always
gotta
find
go
Q with the tail end.
I definitely do it right. You can ask the most beautiful bastard. I make him squirt, so I'm going with squirt.
Oh, that's right. I've been calling you by your proper name. I believe your government name is Mr. Jess, and I shall refer you as such. Let's do
Mr.
that.
Well, you're close.
Don't even
Close.
get that shit started.
It's actually Mrs. Jess, but that's besides the point.
Oh, that's true, Mrs. Jess. Yes.
Anyway, Surge
so-
moves on.
Surge moves on, and with that, and talking about Mrs. Jess, over there, I'm pretty sure Mrs. Jess definitely likes when the real most beautiful bastard of them all likes to mount and do him. Feel that in there, Freddie?
She definitely does. She definitely does.
And with that, we've got Mountain Dew versus Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And this
Why
one's
would-
getting started off with
Why
Hollis.
would you do all over this like that?
Like doo-doo.
Okay.
My duty.
One time in high school, I was painting a set for a musical, and then the paint that I opened was like probably like 3 years old, and it had been sitting for a while. And over the top of that paint was this like thick layer of yellow oily stuff. And I bet that tastes like Diet Mountain Dew.
Wow. Wow.
Diet Mountain Dew. Not a
Mountain
sponsor. Probably not now.
It's Mountain Dew.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yes. That's how you set something up. That's how you set something up. I appreciate it. Wow. Mountain Dew. Yeah. I like Mountain Dew. I haven't had it in the longest times. There's only so much insulin that I have in my body, and God forbid I go with the Mountain Dew. That's my ass. That's it. But
That's it for the day.
that's it. That's it. That's it. Hey, I'm telling you. Like we said before, heroin, crack, Mountain Dew.
All okay. All okay.
Not Mountain Dew,
We're
man.
gonna have to like do an edit of this video and take you out of context. That's gonna be really fun.
Crack? Yes.
Crack.
Hot Cheetos and Mountain Dew? Absolutely not. What are you drinking?
You trying to kill
Don't do that, Freddie. Don't do that. I don't need these
Freddie,
kids to see
that
you
would be fucking
I don't-
hilarious.
I don't edit video, but once it's on YouTube,
old.
I do allow people to take it.
I will never hear the end of that. My kids will hold that over my head for the rest of my life. Daddy, you
Don't do not ever run for government office, or that will be everywhere.
Oh my God, that'll be the commercial
Oh.
that gets me. Harvey supports crack.
But not Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Oh my
All
God.
right. Okay.
All right, moving on to Freddie.
You know what? I don't understand why people drink diet soda. I just don't. Like if your health is bad enough that you can't drink a regular pop, stop drinking pop. There's other alternatives. You can be like Harvey and drink like 3 gallons of water a day because he's old and he's dried up and everything else.
Dude, old, yes. Dried up, no, man. You can't get
Yeah,
both.
he drinks way too much water. Way too much water.
I've seen those elbows, dude. I've seen those elbows. You gone like this?
Dude, these are moisturized just because I knew I was going to see bubbles today. I'm going to need you to calm the fuck down, bro.
Anyway, I don't understand. So, like, pretty much
Moisturize the elbows.
any-
the bubbles.
any diet soda on this entire bracket, I will not be voting for. But Diet Mountain Dew, especially, because Diet Mountain Dew. For those anybody out there who knows what the word aspartame is a sugar substitute that they use in diet sodas, with the exception of I think Diet Dr Pepper and a couple other ones. They also use aspartame in a lot of rat poisons. So they also use a whole bunch of other stuff in rat poisons that go into other stuff too. But what aspartame does is that it just eliminates the water in your system, but it also stays in your system and it creates bad shit. So if you ever have the choice between drinking like regular soda that does not have aspartame in it, or diet soda that does have aspartame in it, health-wise, it's better to drink the regular soda, or just don't fucking drink soda. My vote's for Mountain Dew.
I have input.
Go for it.
The diet soda can be helpful for people who need to flood their system with insulin, like who make insulin themselves and who need a flush of insulin in their system. So sometimes doctors will suggest a diet soda after a meal for some people. So it just depends on how somebody's body works.
The problem is the aspartame. I prefer aspartame. It makes me
I see exactly what I was going to say. Aspartame. Go ahead.
Aspartame.
But either way, like what you were saying about it drying you up, that's also why a lot of times when you see people in restaurants drinking diet soda, they drink like 5 or 6 sodas instead of just 2, because the fake sugar actually makes you feel thirstier. So they end up drinking more of it. So that's like a catch-22, because if you can just have a diet soda, then it actually can help you if you have insulin problems. But nobody ever can, because it makes you feel like you need more. So
I mean, I drink 5 or 6 regular sodas anyway, so.
I have 2 cans open right now.
I have 1 can open.
Like a fact.
Double fist in that bitch.
Giggity.
Oh my god. I wish that we
Where
were
even
coming
are
up
we?
on it. I wish we were coming up on a Dr. Pepper, because I feel like since we're double fisting.
Oh god.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, is there not Diet Dr Pepper? I don't. There is another Dr Pepper on here.
There is.
Is it cherry?
No.
Bullshit.
Is it the
There's-
strawberry vanilla one? Because that one's
Yes,
delicious.
That one is nasty.
I believe
They're
it.
But
My vote's Mountain Dew, though, by the way. That's what I'm drinking right now.
Yeah.
we are going to go ahead and we are going to move into the, since, we're doing heroin and crack and things like that, we're also going to mix some Coke into that.
Hey.
That's a rich man's drug right there.
Saying that.
And we're going to be, we're doing McDonald's Coke versus regular Coke.
Oh.
Because there is a difference.
Mhm.
And I believe we're starting this one off with Harvey. Yeah.
Hi. McDonald's Coke versus regular Coke. I don't know. It's a good question. What is, well, Freddie, I'm assuming you know. What's the difference between McDonald's Coke versus regular Coke?
McDonald's Coke is in a nice steel container.
McDonald's Coke is double filtered, for one, and it's always kept a little colder than the rest of it. The little colder than it's recommended to be, which is the reason why it has that initial brightness taste to it, opposed to other sodas. I was having this conversation with my daughter yesterday about the difference between not only McDonald's Coke, regular Coke, but also Mexican Coke, which is not on this list today.
I love it.
It feels like it's getting racial up in here, but like, what is that?
Okay,
what is
first
the
of all,
difference?
have you guys ever had Mexican Coke? Because this is one thing.
Yes, I have.
We went to the mall yesterday to go watch the entire Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and we stopped by a store that happened to have Mexican Coke. And Mexican Coke, for those who don't know, is Coke that has sugarcane in it. Because due to health concerns, America doesn't make sodas anymore, doesn't make Coke anymore with actual sugarcane in it. It was how they were made until like the 80s, and we all got fat concerned and everything else goes on. So, but anyway, that's the difference between regular Coke that you buy in cans and McDonald's Coke, is that McDonald's Coke is double filtered and regular Coke is not.
All right, so
they also add extra carbonation to their fountain soda Coke specifically, and their straws, I don't know if you've noticed, are a little bit bigger than everybody else's straws. It's all designed to get extra bubbles in your face faster.
With the exception of Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has really big straws too.
Yeah.
That's why they call me Chick-fil-A. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That's terrible. Let's just go and
faster.
And
On my way, Harvey.
And oh wow, that was funny. No, I will not vote for McDonald's. So the original, the OG Coke. We'll say that. Thanks, Buster. Oh my god, that's good. That's good. Whatever it is.
I'm gonna go with McDonald's Coke. McDonald's Coke actually does have a better taste to it. This, realistically, yes, I did make this bracket, but I also hate this matchup because it's just like McDonald's Coke versus Coke. It's like number 1 and number 1A type thing. It's just kind of what it is. However, I do have a small question. Andy. What did you vote for between the entire Mountain Dew or Diet Mountain Dew? Because I'm pretty sure you got skipped.
I think because I don't have it on my notes either.
Oh, I said Mountain Dew.
Okay, that's what I thought, but like I didn't have it in my notes, and I didn't want to call attention to it to break the flow of the entire conversation.
I didn't get like an official like giant spiel about how I'd rather drink Mountain Dew than Diet Mountain Dew, but I only drink one diet soda ever, and we haven't talked about it yet. So Mountain Dew was my vote, and I thought I had said it, and I thought you guys may have heard it, but it's okay.
I wanted to make sure your vote was counted, dear.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
McDonald's Coke gets my vote.
Yes, I'm going to agree with that, and it's also because it's kept in a like special tanks, like stainless steel ones for that matter, which keeps the syrup fresh and protects it from light, temperature, air, and anything else that might take away from that delicious fucking flavor. Also, with the filter in as well, as Freddie said. But yeah, that is why it tastes better, is because of what it's kept in, and it's not just brought in a fucking bag of syrup.
Yep. And
so McDonald's Coke definitely gets my vote because it is way better than regular.
And if anybody who doesn't believe me on this one, drink soda out of a bottle, like a glass bottle, drink soda out of a plastic bottle, and drink soda out of a can. Those are 3 different flavors of the same kind of fucking pop, especially Coke. Coke out of a can, Coke out of a glass bottle, Coke out of a plastic bottle, and McDonald's Coke. Same makeup, pretty much, but 4 completely different fucking flavors.
Damn.
And on that note, I'm going to say I drink McDonald's Coke all the time, and it is delicious, but I'm going to vote just for regular Coca-Cola instead of McDonald's Coke, and here's why. The only place you can get the most delicious fucking Coca-Cola in the world is at the fattest fucking restaurant I've ever been to in my life. And I really wish I could get some delicious Coca-Cola without also wanting to eat a pound of fucking French fries. But I can't.
By the way, for everybody out, every vegan out there, by the way, do not eat McDonald's fries.
What?
Because they have beef flavoring on the fries.
I thought they were also like originally like fried before they go to the store in like animal fat or something like that.
No, they're cut before they go to the store and frozen. And plus, when they fry the fries are still fried in the same stuff that the same oils and stuff. When recently?
Yeah, like really recently, like within the last 4 or 5 months, they gave them
dedicated fryers
for the French fries.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, because I'm at McDonald's. They must have not changed the McDonald's that I go to because it's all one fryer.
It's
Yeah,
supposed to be on them eventually.
Eventually, in the next 30 years.
Right.
We've got a 30-year leniency to.
Honestly, your McDonald's is like the worst side of like your town, of like the town. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's like the ghetto
I'm aware of that.
town, and that's not even like it's not even terrible. It's just that McDonald's is terrible,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just way the fuck out of the way.
As far as like, I think that Coke tastes really like bad in certain situations and really good in other situations. Like the McDonald's Coke, after the first few minutes, I don't think it tastes very good anymore. And like, or at least after it started, the ice has started to melt and the cardboard has started to break away or whatever it's in. I don't know. It just tastes weird. And like regular Coke, if it's in a bottle after that first few drinks, it doesn't taste the same. I think the peak experience that doesn't really change much until it goes flat is a Coke can. I think a Coke can has just enough to drink it in time before it goes flat anyway. And then even if you let it sit for a minute and you come back to it, it still kind of tastes good. So I want to go regular Coke.
For longevity purposes.
Yeah.
And that moves regular Coke over McDonald's Coke. That actually surprised me because you hear everybody like McDonald's Coke has the best flavor.
I really thought you were going to go with Coke. I'm sorry.
I think
Well, it was a split vote though too. It's like if it was like a complete sweep in the Coke direction, that would have surprised me. But McDonald's Coke versus Coke, that's like a matchup for the ages.
And now we're actually gonna start moving into our roots. We're gonna get down into our roots here. We have, is it Barg's?
Bargs, yeah.
Barg's root beer and Mug root beer.
Ooh.
Oh.
And this one, I think we're bringing it right back to the top to
A&W, what?
We have A&Ws out here. Actually.
So do we.
Do you?
There's one up in Des Moines, and I think there's one in Indianola as well. And they're very sporadic, but they're here. Places.
I'm pretty sure.
Is there one in Cedar Rapids too?
I don't go to Cedar Rapids. By
Fair
choice.
enough. Fair enough. I mean, that's good reasoning. Good reasoning.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I just don't like. I refuse to. That the smell of that place, like 90% of the time, is terrible. For those who don't know, by the way, it's like I'm not making fun of the people there. I'm making fun of there's a Cheerios, I think, or something out there. General Mills. Either way, there's a plant out there that makes makes cereal out there, and it makes the entire town smell like crap. It's just fucking terrible. So, between Bargs and Mug root beer, I prefer that this matchup did not go against one another because I like both of them, but I think I prefer Mug root beer over Bargs, more because of the way the can looks. And I know that's really superficial, but to be perfectly honest, both of these are really fucking good, and I got to split hairs somewhere. So, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pass the parcel.
Oh,
You son of a bitch.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
I was going to do that because I don't give a shit.
I would say or like back when I did drink sodas, I would pick Mug over Bargs. Just, I don't know if it's because it was better advertised. I don't know if the can was just prettier, but like given our row of root beer or whatever, I feel like even over A&W, I picked Mug. So Mug
Is the Mug the one with the dog on the front?
Yep.
Is it? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense now because there was an animal on it. Obviously, my little childhood self is picking the dog soda.
If I remember, it's like a bulldog or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
All right. So next up is Q.
Yusuf.
So about the whole Cedar Rapids smell, I really guess I didn't never notice that because I was in a car like the entire time, and if I wasn't in a car, I was in a house that had a lot of green plants in it. So I didn't smell anything other than just that, pretty much.
Well, and
So,
it's not all the time either. It's like it's just like 90%
during
of the
summer.
time. Like it's worse during the summer.
Also, if you
Yeah.
bathe every now and then, you'd smell something other than yourself.
And
What?
okay, so can I pass the parcel to you, Freddie?
I mean, we've never had that happen. Or you could just vote the same way that Bubbles just voted, be the same damn thing.
Vote.
All right, but you didn't want to vote, so I'm going to make you vote now because I don't really care either way.
That's not how the rules go, but I will let you do that. I'm going to make it interesting. I'm just going to go with Bargs on here to tie it up because I think that's the bastard move to do. And Q, being the best bastard of them all, should be doing the best bastard move. So Q will be going for Bargs root beer on this particular one.
Good choice.
I like root beer, so.
Great.
I love root beer. I like all the root beers. I'm really, really not super root beer specific, to be honest. But Barks, for some reason, I feel like is the one that used to be in my grandma's house all the time. And I used to have root beer floats, and I'm pretty sure it was always the silver shiny can, because it was the silver shiny can for the root beer floats. And I'm going to go with Barks.
Barks always reminded me of a beer can, too.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like it looked like a can of beer. It wasn't a can of beer, but it looked like a can of beer. However, like A&W literally has like foam and stuff on the front of the can. Looks like a mug of beer. So talk about advertising to children. I mean,
So Bart's has a good flavor profile to it, I think, but like it's very well-rounded. But Mug does something very specific that I like. My mom is from the Appalachia area, and she knows what sassafras tastes like. So she would make like these licoricey sassafras, like root beer things every now and again. But I really like that flavor. Like real sassafras isn't allowed anymore, but like the flavor is like a really deep vanilla, like malted type flavor that I think Mug root beer gets down way better than Barks. So I'm gonna go with Mug.
Okay. I would just like to say, if I ever go to Cedar Rapids, excuse me, if they could make the whole town smell like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, since it's General Mills, and if they can just do that and then I could move there because I enjoy that smell. That's good stuff.
you know,
and my kids love that.
Normal people just call that Fireball, but that's besides the matter.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Imagine that just walking around. You wake up and it's just cinnamon toast.
Like Fireball.
How could you be mad? I don't know. I'd be happy.
I couldn't be mad.
I could be mad. And on that note, my middle daughter loves root beer. I don't know how she even discovered it, but anytime we go out, we do Family Fridays, we go out for dinner, and the drink is actually always root beer, no matter what the brand is. And we've done our road trips, so she's had Mr. Pibb, she's had all these different ones, and I think Mug is her favorite by far. So Mug will be getting my vote because my daughter says so.
I like that.
I like it. Do it for the daughters.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them, so eventually it gets done for them. Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. Yes, and make the town smell like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Chop that up, edit that out, use that.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like these ideas are golden ideas is what they are. And I feel like people should really be looking to us for worldly advice here because I'm going to agree with Harvey having a whole town smell like
I mean, they already do that weird like scent stuff in Disneyland, right? Where they make shit smell like other things, so that way it makes you want to eat and it makes you happy. Why can't they do that around the town? Like make everything smell like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, make people happy for a day.
right.
I didn't know. I live in Florida. I didn't know they did that. Really?
They do that.
It's the same reason they entire pump popcorn smells into the movie theater. So you want to buy
Oh,
By
rat
popcorn.
bastards! Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm getting an education up in here.
Tricking you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they pump, like pure oxygen into the casino, so you'll just stay there and gamble.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's also why there's a whole bunch of mirrors there too.
Fact, because I have a decent sense of direction until I walk into a casino, and then I cannot tell you which direction or which street.
Oh, that's why they do.
But I bet you'll find another slot machine before you find an exit.
Wow.
That is a fact.
There's going to be a couple right in front of the exit.
And since we're gambling till the sun comes up, we're also going to be talking about some 7-Up. What? So we've got the OG 7-Up, what we were sitting there, what normal people were drinking on the couch, Freddie, while they were sick with some Bob Barker and crackers.
Those of us who didn't have bougie grandmas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We've got the OG 7-Up and the Diet 7-Up. And I think this one gets started with Q.
I'm going to put a vote real quick. I did make this bracket, but would you guys be opposed to switching diet? Because Diet 7-Up's not moving on.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say that now. Can we switch up Diet 7-Up and put like Sierra Mist in there instead?
You mean Starry?
Or Starry?
You want me to do a Sierra Mist or Starry? I can do Starry.
Yeah.
Do Starry instead. Make this matchup a little bit more intriguing. That sounds good to you guys, or sorry, you people.
Yeah.
You people.
Like, yeah,
that's my line.
You people.
What do you mean, you people?
I grew up in a time where you guys and dude was not gender specific. Like I feel
dude isn't
even object specific.
Even
like,
just you guys. You guys is so not gender specific.
Hey, you guys.
Guys, wait for me.
You'd be surprised how many times I've heard and girls, like, I just meant the general like group. Fuck you.
No, the only reason I say that is because previously Harvey, every time when I would say something like you people or whatever, Harvey's like, what do you mean you people? And we're like, what do you mean you people?
I needed verification of who you was talking about. I'm just saying. I just needed to know. But I know you, Freddie. It's all right.
But okay.
Oh, by the way, fuck you, Freddie. Just because. Let's go back to that.
Bubbles, being the host of this show, this actually comes down to you. Are we switching up Diet 7-Up for Starry?
I think that would be best because I agree with you. I feel like this would end up this is like a known sweep. Like whoever's picking Diet, just go ahead and get off the podcast.
Yeah, 7-Up first off is already made for sick children, so adults aren't drinking that shit anyway. Why are you making it Diet?
Right. Okay, so we are switching it to Starry. So Q, we will rewind that. Too bad this wasn't the Sprite rewind. Wait, was it Sprite that did a rewind, or because I know
it was a remix? But yeah,
No. It was Sprite that did the remix.
One of
who did do the rewind? Because there was a rewind in there somewhere, but I think it was.
I thought it maybe Pepsi.
Going back to their previous flavor or previous make of how they made it in the past, and it was like a 90s retro. It came out around the same time that at McDonald's that Mountain Dew did the entire old style Mountain Dew thing.
Yeah, and then they had like the Coke or the Pepsi real sugar or something like that.
Yeah.
But all right. So Q, 7-Up or Starry?
Well, I've never had Starry. I've tasted it. I don't remember the flavor though. And 7-Up, I only drink when I'm not feeling fucking good or when my kids more or less aren't feeling good. Because I could just kind of care less if I'm not feeling good. So I guess I'm a star, so we're going with Starry.
I love that logic. Okay. Starry is just Sierra Mist, but if you drink it, it does not even taste the same as Sierra Mist. I think they took this opportunity to change their formula along with their name because it definitely tastes different. And I kind of like it so much better as Starry. Sierra Mist was kind of gross, like tasted like paper a little, like the aftertaste. Pencil shaving, yeah. And 7-Up, I think I'm still gonna give my vote to 7-Up, honestly, because it is for like all the sick children everywhere should be drinking 7-Up, and 7-Up was like life-saving for me when I was a kid. So for sure 7-Up.
I mean, other than getting calories in your body while you're sick, I mean.
Yeah, but Gatorade tastes like salt
Gatorade
licks.
does taste like salt licks.
And water tastes like ass when you're sick. So like 7-Up.
Liquid in
Water
your body.
tastes like ass anyway.
Not if you ask Harvey. Unless that's what you're doing it for, Harvey.
Water tastes great. What's wrong with you?
I mean, to each their own.
Tastes the same either. I cannot stand Arrowhead water. Like I will drink Dasani before I drink Arrowhead any day.
Arrowhead literally tastes like you're licking a rock. Just tastes
Right?
like you're licking the arrowhead you just picked up off the ground.
Fiji water is where
Okay,
it's
the
at.
only thing though,
Fiji water.
I think the reason why Harvey drinks so much water is the simple fact that Harvey's down in Florida. And one thing that Florida is known for, two things that Florida is known for, among a whole bunch of shit, including Florida Man. If you don't believe me, look up those fucking stories. Is one, old people.
Yep,
and cocaine.
I believe that.
What do you think in the old people pills and cocaine? What do you think is in the water that makes it taste so good down in fucking Florida?
Got cocaine in your
I think
water.
that's why Harvey drinks so much damn water, is because it's somewhere between the old people pills and cocaine.
Hey,
I don't think that's why he's like, I can't eat them Cheetos, man.
I don't think Brita Filter has like a carbon, like minerals and cocaine edition.
Now filtered with charcoal and bricks of coke.
Are we double
Tony Montana
filtering
would be
our
proud.
like they do at McDonald's? Is that what I'm hearing? Florida?
Double filter, big straw. It's gonna be huge.
Well, you're just gonna have to save the straws for another purpose later on, so you'll be fine.
And listen, and then you can charge some more on it. You know, it's like premium there. You know, financial.
That's what Surge should be.
Can you order it light on the ice?
Light on ice. You're ridiculous.
This has devolved. I'm so sorry.
And Hollis, are we?
How about Starry?
Starry light on ice?
Yes.
Yes.
Twice filtered, please.
Is it me? Is it my turn?
It is you.
It is my turn. Yeah. Yes. So I'm older than everybody here, and I remember the commercials for 7-Up. And the what was it? The slogan was "Never had it, never will," and it was this the guy from Boomerang. I don't think anybody would have seen it, but I think he was talking about caffeine. I don't know what he was saying, but it was the shtick. So because I'm old, I'm gonna go with 7-Up just because I didn't know they still make. Do they still make 7-Up? Can you run up in a? Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, they sure do.
I drink it all the time, actually.
Really?
I do.
What don't you drink? Like how many cans? What's in front? Dude.
Well,
So that is why they make diet, just because of Freddie. Freddie's the only grown adult that drinks it just to drink it.
Well, I don't drink diet anything.
Oh,
Well, of course, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, there's people like you that just drink it to drink it.
Yeah. 7-Up though, like, okay. First of all, I'm gonna move on to Starry. Starry originally was Slice. That's what Starry originally was. It was Slice because they had multiple different flavors, but they ended up going with like the worst one, which was lemon lime. They should have stuck with orange because orange and grape were the best two Slice flavors back in the day. Then they stopped making it for the longest time, and they went to Sierra Mist. Sierra Mist eventually turned into Starry because of that entire name infringement type issues. It's the same reason why there was a wrestling group. They originally was going to go with like the sorority sisters, but it turned out that was like a porno type thing. They didn't want to deal with that. So 7-Up, however, has one of my favorite T-shirt designs of all time. Well, on the front it said make 7. The back it says up yours.
I love that.
With the
Alrighty
exception of Dr. Pepper. Because Dr. Pepper does have the shirt that says I Heart DP, which stands for Dolly Parton. Okay. It's Dolly Parton all day. Make 7 up yours is probably one of my favorite t-shirt slogans that I've ever seen. 7 up gets my vote.
I thought you were going with Starry on that one.
Nope.
Oh my God. I really want that shirt. If anybody can find that shirt and please send it to Bubbles, that would be great. I would love one that says make 7 up yours.
I'm sure it's on Amazon.
Or Temu. Probably Temu.
Phone
You get cheaper that way.
It and you're gonna see an ad for it tomorrow. It'll be fine.
Now that we mentioned it.
Right? See all of the ads for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I miss ads for? The Mountain Dew Code Red versus Mountain Dew LimeWire.
Oh my God. That was a good one.
Oh my God, the segues. So good.
Listen, I'm not always on top of it, but today I seem to be on it and I am for it. So
nice. Careful what you say there. Freddie's listening. No, just kidding.
Wait,
that's where the entire I Heart DP comes in.
I Heart DP.
Okay.
It was Mountain Dew Code Red and Mountain Dew LimeWire.
It's actually LiveWire. I wrote that down.
I was going to say LimeWire was the download, but I was like, I could have been wrong. It could have been
No, you're right. I wrote it down wrong.
Drink something called LimeWire. That would immediately get like a computer virus in my pancreas.
I love
Only you downloaded the XXX films.
Speaking of that, by the way, Harvey, you totally missed this. We did a Star Wars bracket.
Yeah, I definitely missed that one. Go ahead. Yes.
Can you take a wild guess what won that one?
So what? It was movie?
It was a Star Wars bracket. So everything Star Wars related.
Okay.
Because I had to bring it up to 32. Take a wild guess. What won the Star Wars bracket? Jeremy hosted this, by the way.
Oh God. I don't know. Chewbacca?
Princess Leia and Gold the Key.
It was a movie called Star Wars, the Star Wars parody porno.
Okay. So it not only was it in the bracket, but it won?
It won the entire fucking thing.
You can't even blame Jeremy for that one. Yeah, I voted for the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember if Jeremy was voting or not. I know he was hosting. I don't think he was voting.
That's even worse.
It was hilarious.
The sugar spice that kind of kept pushing that through.
It was between the finals on that one was Star Wars or Phineas and Ferb's Star Wars special.
I loved that one.
Wait a minute. Isn't there a Family Guy Star Wars one?
Yep.
That didn't win?
There's 3 of them, and they were all three in there too.
Oh, wow.
I think 2 of them didn't even make it out of the first round.
Wow.
I gotta look this porno up.
We'll be right back.
Wait, not before you vote.
Oh, sorry. Porno. I mean, no, wait. What are we voting on?
We're Code Red or LiveWire.
Oh, that's right. Who's starting this?
You.
Oh, shit. Okay. I definitely like Code Red better. I don't really like red drinks in general. They're just typically not my favorite. But I don't remember LiveWire at all, which means it probably didn't taste that great. So Code Red.
I used to like LiveWire back when it was out, probably forever ago. I don't even know, but like, isn't it kind of like supposed to be energy-y?
I think they're supposed to have extra caffeine or something.
Okay.
They were
I remember liking it, and I'm allergic to Code Red, so we're gonna go.
If it had extra caffeine, of course you like it.
Oh yeah, I'm a caffeine. Like I would do some nasty things for a Red Bull.
There's an ad for you.
Oh my God! Snip that. Oh, that's great.
It's not what you do for a Klondike bar anymore. It's what nasty things will you do for a Red Bull.
Hollis is literally at the gas station, like, just tap it in. Just tap it in. It's right there in my vein. Just caffeine me up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Me? Is it?
It is Harvey.
It is me. Did you order the code red? Yes, I did. You're goddamn right, I did. I did order that code red. Yes, I am going to vote for code red. It's my favorite color, so I'm going to go with red. Yay, red's fun. And yeah, that's easy. I have no other. There's no other storyline or anything. Just go with that. Yeah. Back to my water. Yeah,
I got to do this again. I mean, who loves orange soda? We all love orange soda. That's what Livewire is. It is the orange soda Mountain Dew.
Oh.
I know that.
It's orange Mountain Dew. So I'm gonna go with Livewire on here.
Okay.
And now Q's all tied up.
Oh,
Can't
Q,
get.
you're all tied up.
Believe me, I'm not tied up. I do the tying. But I'm gonna have to go.
You want a bed, Boy Scout?
He is in the living room. I'm in the bedroom right now. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to go with. I mean, I don't really care for either one. I'm gonna have to go with Code Red, I guess. I've had more of that one.
It's more of a gamer known soda too.
That too, yeah. Wasn't my favorite though. I'd rather just have regular Mountain Dew.
Honestly, I feel like I prefer the Code Red over regular Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Okay, and you just lost all hosting privileges right there.
Wow.
With my Code Red. Oh. Is that the first half of round one, Freddie?
Do what?
Is that the end of first of?
That's match number 8. That is the end of the first half of round 1. That's the end of the first half of round 1. Be right back right after this break. Q does not have an ad. I don't have an ad. Bubbles isn't supporting anything right now. So as far as updates go, myself and Q are the only 2 people to use past partials. Andy, Hollis, and Harvey still have that option. Blowing a load is good up until the end of the game, and nobody has used that yet. And steal a vote, you still have the entirety of round 1, the entirety of round 2, and the first 4 matchups of round 3 and beyond. So there's that. Bubbles, back to you.
Oh my God, that sounds like a news anchor. I kind of like it.
I've done this way too much.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
And we're back to you, Bubbles.
We're back to Bubbles. Now we're gonna get started with that big DP here.
Woo woo!
And we're gonna add some cream to that DP. So
I knew it was coming, and it still makes me laugh.
Did you know it was coming?
I knew it was coming.
Oh my God! This is
so with this next matchup, we actually have the Dr. Pepper cream soda versus Faygo.
What? Faygo?
Faygo.
All of the Faygo?
All of Faygo. I figured that Faygo is enough of a lower brand that not a lot of people know about it, that it's not really going to get a lot of play. So I would allow all Faygo flavors to be known as one, because one Faygo is just Faygo.
All for one and one for all.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Cotton candy Faygo is kind of bomb though.
Yes, I was gonna say that's my favorite out of them. I remember when our brother was really into ICP.
And Faygo, yeah.
Faygo. But I mean, like, I wasn't mad because we'd walk down to like the little corner store and just go get Faygo soda and stuff. And cotton candy was absolutely the best flavor of them all.
That song is really good too from ICP, Cotton Candy.
I actually forgot who starts this one, but I feel like it's Hollis for some reason.
It's Harvey, I think. No, it's Hollis. You're right.
Okay. I just wanted to make. I was like, Freddie, am I on the right one?
No, you're right.
All right, Hollis.
Well,
are we going with the DP?
Here's the thing. I enjoyed a little contact juggling in my free time back in the day. However, Dr. Pepper cream soda is delicious, but it's one soda. For Faygo, you've got Faygo cream soda, which I'll argue is like on par. And then you have the cotton candy flavor, and then you have their rocket pop flavor, whatever they call that. That's so good. It tastes just like a rocket pop. And they have like so many things. And I have an allergy to red food coloring, and they have like 50 different sodas that I can have. I'm going to Faygo.
I like that.
Okay. Don't even think I've even heard of Faygo before. And I'm not the biggest cream soda fan anyway. So I'm going to go with Faygo also.
Oh.
How about that?
How about that?
How about them apples? Yeah.
I am Midwestern, and there's not a lot of Faygo here. We have the closest thing to it would be a Dollar General brand type stuff, and that's what Faygo pretty much is. However, I have had it before. I was out east, and they had a couple of 3-liter bottles. Back then, it was 3. I don't know if they still do this anymore, but they had a 3-liter bottle of friggin' Faygo instead of the normal, like Coke has like the entire 2-liter bottle of it. I personally think that they were kind of overcompensating, but that's what happens. I love Dr. Pepper cream soda. That shit is fucking fantastic. It is a cinnamon roll of the pop world. It's a sugar-based type thing that you can't help but almost kill yourself with. However,
oh my god.
In honor of all the juggalos and juggalettes out there, including Q's cousin, I will be going with Faygo.
Oh.
And that brings us to Q.
I keep thinking everyone's saying Fuego, like, a lighter, light stick, Fuego.
There's also chips.
I hate cream soda, though. Almost more than grape or orange flavored anything. Close. Not quite there, but close. Cream is it's too creamy. I don't like it. It's fucking nasty. So I'm going with the other one, the Fuego or whatever the hell it's called.
Faygo.
Faygo.
Like
Faygo.
Faygo.
And go like we're going somewhere.
And I am so furious. You know what? Fuff.
There you go. Hashtag fuff. Yeah.
Faygo is not a Dollar General brand nothing, okay? Faygo is the shit.
Faygo's delicious and has more variety than any of the other Coke brands combined.
And I love Dr. Pepper.
I saw the look on her face when you said that, bro. I felt it. Like, she was like,
well, no, and I'm not saying it is. What I'm saying is that the closest thing we have to it is a Dollar General stuff, because they don't sell Faygo in Iowa at all.
What you followed with, that's basically what that is, and that's what was offensive.
Oh, that is so basically.
Okay, so it's the closest thing we have to it.
That I will accept as truth. I was so upset. I was like, no, I've had Dollar General brand soda, and Faygo is way better than that. But I love Dr. Pepper, and I love the Dr. Pepper cream soda. And if this was the Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream soda, I would pick it because that's delicious. And I like that one more than any of the Faygos. But all of the Faygos, for so many reasons, are so good. And if more Faygos were around in fountain drinks all over the place, then you'd probably have more Faygo lovers, because it's an underrated beverage. And that's where my vote goes.
I like it. Going for the under.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Hey, Bubbles, what is that?
Oh my gosh. That's a sweep right there.
Sweep.
Sweep.
I did not see that coming, to be honest.
I did not either. Honestly, like that, I thought I was surprised earlier, but this one, I didn't see it moving anywhere. I thought it was just going to stay in the first round. I thought it was going to get buried.
No. Here we go.
It's climbing from the trenches like the juggalos that I see appearing everywhere again.
Cinderella story.
Whoop, whoop.
Wow. I was the most excited. Whoop,
Not
whoop.
Might be out here telling those juggalos to mellow down. Our next combination is going to be the mellow yellow. And I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but is it Yarritos?
Don't look at me. I don't speak Spanish.
Warritos.
Warritos?
Warritos.
Warritos.
Excuse me, but I am suburban.
AF.
I'm a suburban AF. I am ghostly, if you will.
Warritos are like in a glass jar or like in a glass.
Yes.
They're all kinds of awesome
I
flavors.
just can't say it because I glow in the dark. So anybody who pronounces it properly, and if I'm mispronouncing it, I'm just going to go ahead and apologize for my lack of culture.
They just call it Mexican soda, and don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
Like it's the only one.
This would get started off by Harvey.
Yay! It's me, and this is my favorite soda ever. This is clearly the most unhealthy, I think, and that would be Mellow Yellow. That stuff is terrible. There is no redeeming value at all, except for me, the taste. I love that stuff, and I don't think there's anything on this list. Well, now that I've said that, I don't even see it making it past this round. But Mellow Yellow gets my vote from now on until it wins or until it doesn't win. So, yeah, that's good. So Mellow Yellow beats Yarritos.
Thank you for saving my mispronunciation, Harvey.
No problem.
You said it with such pizzazz.
I try. What isn't the J silent in Spanish? Pretty much. I mean,
Yarrito?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yarrito. So
It makes the H sound.
Yarritos, like
Quarry. I'm bad at Spanish, but I know it makes an H sound.
So it's like Wario with a couple extra T's.
Yeah.
Like a burrito, a warrito.
There you go, Bubbles. You can figure out how to say it now.
Oh, burrito sounds pretty tasty.
It's a communistic version of a burrito, so Warito.
A warrito.
So I have like a random thought with that, and I think about it way too often, actually. If a burro is a donkey, wouldn't a burrito be a little donkey?
Oh God, tip your waitress.
You just enjoy talking about your ass, Bubbles? Because I mean,
try to be.
Always.
Oh my God.
I mean,
it's small.
It's so out there that you just can't not talk about it.
Oh my God.
Yes, to you, Freddie. Which one were you voting on that one?
this one's for Harvey. Because we're gonna take it back old school on this one. We're gonna go. They call me Mellow Yellow.
Me and you, the only people who even understand that reference. I think.
I get that reference. Believe me.
I'm talking about the song, but
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Two. You just need one more.
Mama Bubbles sings that to me from occasionally, and I don't know why, but that's how I know it. Is Mama Bubbles is a odd
I love that her name is Mama Bubbles. That makes me happy. Oh, that's good. That's good.
because his hair is gray.
Because his hair is gray.
Including the book.
I may be incorrect, but isn't the Mexican Coca-Cola burritos thing?
No. I'm talking about like Mexican made Coke. Coca-Cola.
Coke
Mexican made Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like
Not
that's
Mexican
like
Coke. Mexican Coca-Cola. I need to clarify.
Well, because Jarritos makes a Mexican cola flavor.
Jarritos.
Doritos.
So I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, no, he was talking about like the actual Coca-Cola brand made in Mexico. Like they have Pepsi made in Mexico, and they come in glass bottles too, and 7-Up and Sprite and all of the things.
Okay, what are we on? Is it Q's turn? Is it my turn?
It's Q.
It is Q's turn, and
what is it? It's mellow yellow and what?
Warritos.
Burrito.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, so I'm gonna have to go with the mellow yellow.
Wow,
I
you
really
guys
hated it when people were like, "It's basically the same thing as Mountain Dew." No, it's fucking not. Don't even say that bullshit. It's not even close.
it's not
It's
the
not
same
even a
thing as
knockoff version.
And you guys are missing out if you don't know what the Jarritos are, because it's like all different kinds of. It's kind of like the Faygo situation all over again. They put all of their sodas in like glass bottles, and they've got like strawberry and mango and pineapple and grapefruit and guava and fruit punch. I've got a list of them here because I couldn't remember them, but they have so many of them, and they're so good.
The only problem with this though is that I mean for Faygo, not for Warritos, is the fact that you can find Warritos at pretty much any Mexican restaurant you go to.
Yes,
Faygo, you can't.
yes, that's true.
So
Faygos
out of those two, I would say Burritos are probably the superior between Faygo and the two of them. But
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Not mellow yellow. Sorry, Harvey.
It's
With love.
okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Fun fact:
I don't-
mellow yellow used to be made with vegetable oil. I think it's made with something else now, but it has like an oil in it still, and that's how it gets that thickness. And if you can still find vegetable oil in the copies, the mellow yellow copies at the generic brands.
It is a little thicker.
It's thick.
I thought you said coffee instead of copy. I'm like, you're the mellow yellow coffee? That's
That sounds pretty awful. But
then again, so does coffee. So
Oh,
so the mellow yellow copies. Also, I'm offended. Fuck you, Freddie, because coffee's delicious. But yeah, mellow yellow is kind of awful for the human body, which I eat and drink a lot of things that are awful for the human body. So that's not my determining factor. But also, like, Doritos or whatever are delicious because they, like, I don't know, they got all the berry flavors. And if you don't like berry flavors, your inner child is dead. You need to go find it and revive it.
Your child is dead. Wow. That's bold. And you know what killed it? It was that childhood diabetes. That's what killed that child.
It was all that mellow yellow.
diabetes.
No, but in all actuality, I choose Doritos because it's just got nicer, yummy flavors and it doesn't have vegetable oil.
Try that out. Oh my god.
Hollis, I like to hear that you like berry flavors, like, because that brings our next one to the Mountain Dew Pitch Black versus Wild Cherry Pepsi, and we're starting this one off with Freddie.
It's not a vote for Wild Cherry Pepsi. This is an anti-vote for Pitch Black because I am a huge wrestling fan. Harvey, by the way, is a huge wrestling fan as well. And Bray Wyatt, rest in peace to that man. His last match was against a man by the name of LA Knight. And his last match was in a match sponsored, his last televised match at least, was a match sponsored by Mountain Dew Pitch Black, where they wrestled in a black light type situation. And with the exception of like 2 or 3 spots during this match was fucking terrible. It was worse than having red light when they had the red cage to it. And all the wrestling fans out there know what I'm talking about. The rest of you guys, I apologize, but so this is a not only a vote for Wild Cherry, it's an anti-vote against Pitch Black because of their sponsorship and such a terrible fucking match. Especially not only a terrible fucking match, but it was the last match of the late but great Bray Wyatt. So Wild Cherry Pepsi gets my vote.
I'm still pissed that The Undertaker didn't have his undefeated fucking WrestleMania record like he should have. Fucking being beaten by, who was it? Was it Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
Beat him, yeah.
And then who else?
Brock beat him, Roman beat him.
Brock and Roman beat him. Who else? That was it, right? Brock and Roman.
So I think he was only two. Like what was he, like 14-2, 13-2, 15-2, some bullshit like that?
No,
he should have been undefeated.
19-1.
Why
No,
was he
21-1.
It was
21-1.
Right. He ended at 21-2, right? Because then he squashed Cena, and then
yeah,
right.
Which is
and
bullshit.
Styles was his last match.
Essentially, yeah.
And that was no pun intended, phenomenal.
I'm going for the Wild Cherry Pepsi though, because I'm a little wild myself. So I'm going Wild Cherry Pepsi.
And Q don't want none.
No, you don't want none. Theme song reference.
I know, right? I was waiting to pop you, Harvey.
I got it. I understood, bro.
I missed it. Went right over my head.
It's
Sorry.
cool.
It's a wrestling thing.
I just think it wasn't worth it wasn't worth commenting on.
I felt like it was a wrestling thing, and I'm like, this is definitely going to go over my head so far. And it's not just because I'm short.
Okay, well, as far as Mountain Dew Pitch Black goes, I never had it, and I try to stay away from most things Mountain Dew, to be fair. Mostly because it like kills your offspring, and there's no telling what it does to your like liver and intestines and shit. So I just kind of stay away from Mountain Dew most days. And Wild Cherry Pepsi is kind of delicious. I think Wild Cherry Pepsi is better than regular Pepsi.
I agree.
I agree with that too, actually.
Wild Cherry Pepsi.
As far as the Pitch Black concept goes on a soda, how and why is a good question. Two good questions. And I never tried it. I'm allergic to red food coloring, and usually they use that. I think I remember finding it in that. But also, like, Wild Cherry Pepsi, it kind of fucks. It's good. Like, so Wild Cherry Pepsi. But, like, why would you make a soda black?
So that you could have
like,
black teeth.
But like it didn't have to be. Like soda, like cola is
it's what Pitch Black is. It's a grape Mountain Dew.
Grape.
So it's a grape and berry Mountain Dew. No, it's a grape Mountain Dew. They have a berry Mountain Dew. It's called like Frostbite or something like that. But that's the reason why it's a grape Mountain Dew. So they went with the coloring being pitch black and grapes. Even though grapes come in multiple fucking colors.
Stain your teeth every time you have a sip.
Just like coffee.
It's worth it.
Coffee's worth it. Grape soda is not.
Depends on the grape soda, to be honest.
Does not depend on the coffee. Any coffee. Gas station coffee. Coffee at that's been left on a pot for 3 hours at an office building, like any coffee.
When you walk into the auto sales place and they have that one tiny little coffee pot, that coffee.
Put down that coffee. Coffee is for selling.
I just be walking into places grabbing a cup of coffee.
Anyway.
Oh my god, coffee is for sellers, and you always.
I literally used to do like marketing from business to business, and you have no idea how many times I'd walk into those auto places and just like grab myself a cup of coffee, be like, "Hey, is that guy that owns this around?" They'd be like, "No." I'd be like, "Okay, thanks for the coffee."
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Oh no.
And this and that moves us over to Harvey.
Yay, it's me. I haven't had pitch. Well, I don't know. A lot of these ones I haven't had. So I don't think I don't think I can vote for. I don't know. I can't vote for Pepsi either. Is this the first Pepsi, or did we have like original Pepsi in this thing already?
It's coming up.
First
Okay.
Pepsi.
Yeah. I'm a large fan of Michael Jackson, and they burned that man's hair. So I will not vote for Pepsi. It was a Pepsi commercial, right?
That was regular Pepsi.
Whatever. It's the same company. Damn it.
Let's be honest. He should have had someone
Mountain
named
Dew.
Hairspray.
What?
Mountain Dew's a
Whatever.
Too much
biggest
Hairspray.
PepsiCo brand.
Yeah, I can't get. I guess I can't avoid all Pepsi, but if it's got the Pepsi.
You can pass the parcel.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm sorry. I'm saving that. I'm saving that for like a bigger
He's
moment.
holding it.
I'm
He's
holding
holding it
on to it.
still.
I've got a hold of it. I'm cupping it, dare I say.
He's
So no, let's go with. So, no.
As long as you're not funneling it, you should be fine.
That's why I'm under this desk. You don't know what I'm doing. All right, so okay,
That's not the parcel we're talking about.
Damn right. Enough of these jokes.
We don't want to know what you're doing under that desk, Harvey.
Enough of these jokes. No. Yeah, so not
Some
Pepsi.
kind of package involved.
Not
Yeah,
Pepsi.
so that I guess I
That
guess,
did prevent the sweep.
yeah, pitch black,
Yeah.
damn it. Pitch black.
Yeah, stop that sweep.
Yeah.
Harvey says fuck the sweep on that one.
We ain't got no dustpan anyway. Quit sweeping.
Oh. Now, I mean, just saying, I don't know if we're spilling the Coke, are we going to sweep it up or vacuum it up? Because we're going back to the Coke here with the Cherry Coke and Coke Zero. But I still need to know, should we vacuum or should we sweep it up if it spills?
Definitely want to vacuum, especially if you have pets.
I don't know. Coke Zero kind of sucks. So
And I think Q starts this one off.
Coke Zero should get 0 votes right now because it is just that fucking bad.
I agree.
I gotta go with the other Coke, Cherry Coke, all the fucking way with this one. Just because, well, Coke Zero was just a terrible idea. Terrible idea.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Fucking trash. That's exactly how I feel. It belongs in the fucking trash can. Like the Grouch. I'm the poorest motherfucker on Sesame Street. No one's helping me.
Cherry Coke. I picked Cherry Coke.
All right.
Okay, I like Coke Zero. It's like the only diet thing I'll drink ever, just if it's there, not on purpose. But like, I feel like they fixed the problem with Diet Coke, where Diet Coke kind of had that weird like antifreeze flavor. But yeah, I'm still gonna go with Cherry Coke.
Yeah, she did. I was like, do you know what antifreeze tastes like? Because like that's how you kill cats.
You don't know what I've been through.
You start drinking antifreeze, like I'm not talking to you at all because you did.
They have an internal temperature regulation problem.
So you don't have to worry about heartburn?
Yeah.
Guess it just melts.
Oh man.
Oh my
Anyway.
Sure. Yeah. So the Cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke for Hollis.
If Mellow Yellow was not on this list, this would be my pick. I love Cherry Coke. So, Cherry Coke gets my pick. And if Mellow Yellow were to go away, then Cherry Coke would be my number 2. It's my number 2.
Team Harvey.
Team Harvey. Oh, yeah. Yes.
And Freddie.
Grab a broom.
Because we're going to sweep it up?
Oh, swept! The mother hucking sweep!
Bitches.
We're just gonna brush that Coke Zero right under the rug.
So I've seen those ads online for like the snortable caffeine. I'd probably be down for that. I really would. But anyway, like, could we call that Coke Zero?
Wait a minute. Is that serious?
It's like a snortable caffeine. It's like caffeine powder that you snort. And Coke Zero, that's hilarious.
That is funny. Look at you. Gotta get you writing on the show. That's some fun. What? But that's real? Oh,
get you that little hit of caffeine in the morning.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I gotta get the kids up ready for school. Hold on, let me get a quick snort. And I'm gonna wake them up.
Caffeine here.
It's like Saved by the Bell all over again. I mean,
Hey, don't judge how I do my shit.
You go to like hang out with your kid and you sneeze, and next thing you know, your kid's bouncing off the wall all day. Caffeinated.
Anyway, Cherry Coke moves on.
Cherry Coke moves on, and I don't want to steal anybody's thunder, but we're gonna go ahead and move on with Dr. Thunder versus Welch's Grape Soda. And
This is transition here.
This is transition. Dr. Thunder versus Wild Cherry Grape.
Who eats this one?
And I think, does this one start with Freddie? Or am I off?
You
Andy.
are off.
So I think it's 80.
Yes, I was way off there. I don't know where.
Yeah, you're way off. And it's not Wild Cherry Grape, it's Welch's Grape.
And so I thought I said, I might have said Wild Cherry. You know what? I just had a whole fucking like brain stop. Like
full halt. Okay. So Dr. Thunder and Welch's Grape.
Welch's Grape.
Welch's has a grape soda. Oh yeah, it's got like, okay, I remember that now. Hold on.
Super confused.
I'm like, Welch's has a grape soda? Okay, They do. I don't think I've had it that much. I feel like if there was a grape soda that I would like, it should be Welch's because I love their grape juice, but I don't know that I've actually drank Welch's grape soda often enough to be like, Welch's is bad. But Dr. Thunderfuck's hard. I'm just saying.
That grape drink.
So I'm gonna go with that.
Dr. Thunderfuck's hard. I like it.
Oh God.
What does that mean? Who is Dr. Thunder?
It's a weed strain, is what it is, but that's the point.
That's hard. I love it. I wish somebody would describe me like that one day. Oh, I hope to be.
From Alaska. It's called Alaskan Thunderfuck. It's just.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Sorry.
Pretty sure that's a strand too.
That's what I was just talking about. Alaskan Thunderfuck.
Yeah. Okay.
So Dr. Thunder was always next to Mountain Lightning at the Dollar General that I went to as a child.
I thought it was a Walmart brand.
Yeah, Dr. Thunder's pretty good. I don't know. It might be wrong. It might have been a Walmart, but Dr. Thunder's delicious. It tastes okay. It's reminiscent a little bit of cardboard in the aftertaste, but I'm willing to put up with a little weird aftertaste for some delicious, almost Dr. Pepper.
Okay, I feel like the reason I like Dr. Thunder so much is because it really is like the cheapest version of Dr. Pepper that you can get, and Bubbles can verify this. There was a lot of us damn kids.
There was a
lot of us damn kids. So we got the cheapest version of everything. And I remember Dr. Thunder being like the where's it at all the time on trips. So like maybe that's just it for me. But yeah, it was good. It may have tasted a little like paper, but it was all.
I will drink that paper all day. Like,
eat that paper.
Just give me the paper. And it's Harvey's turn on that.
Yo. I was all about Welch's until I heard that Thunder fucks hard. Like I have to change my vote now. Like it was Welch's all the way. Like that's a Biggie lyric. And then I heard Dr. Thunder fucks hard. I'm moving over. And I want to taste this one day. Like let me find this. Okay, yes, we are going with the Thunder.
With Thunderfuck.
Thunder. I love it. I love it. That did it for me.
I'm saddened to hear that. By the way, I'm a Welch's Grape fan across the board. It's not my favorite grape. That'd be Crush. But Welch's grape soda is absolutely fucking fantastic. Dr. Thunder, by the way, for anybody else who does want to try the Dr. Thunder, the cardboard paper tasting thing, I guess people are talking about, that is a Walmart brand.
It's road trip paper flavored soda.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Road trip paper flavored
It's great
soda.
value. What it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Welch's. So Welch's gets my vote.
I never got
Great value. There it is. That great value. That's
So
Walmart.
I guess I was kind of privileged as a child. I always grew up on name brand stuff. So like the off brand shit was not a thing for me. Like it was just not a thing until I started getting friends and going to their house and shit like that and seeing like that first time I ever had Dr. Thunder was at a friend's house and I was like, what the fuck is Dr. Thunder? It's like it's basically like Dr. Pepper, just a more generic version. I was like, so it's just cheaper.
You know
And
what? You were probably
there's like, yeah, pretty much. So I mean, I've had Dr. Thunder. I don't think it tastes like Dr. Pepper. There's definitely a taste difference, a lot. Then again, I also grew up on name brand, so I can tell the difference in that shit. But I'm still gonna go Dr. Thunder over fucking grape soda.
You know why you're taking Dr. Thunder? Because that fucks hard, dude.
It fucks hard.
It fucks hard, bro.
We got a friggin' rock song. Dr. Thunder, fuck.
Dr. Thunderfuck. I love it.
Oh, that's great.
That's gonna be my new porn name, Dr. Thunderfuck.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to subscribe. I'm gonna have to make an OnlyFans name, Wallace. Thank you, and I will subscribe to Dr. Thunder.
Okay.
While I'm
Where did you get your credentials?
They're honorary.
from FU.
Ah, I like that. Ah.
Have a good day at work. Oh my god. Which is gonna go ahead. Now that we're doing our OnlyFans here, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna move this on over to the no segues.
I was waiting. I'm like, how are you gonna do that?
How do you do that?
Segue for this one, but we could keep up with the Joneses. With our Jones green apple soda versus RC Cola.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
RC Cola.
So, and then I think this one gets started with
Hollis.
So I grew up in Tennessee, and there is a lot of RC Cola. There was anyway, everywhere. And everybody was a sales rep of RC Cola, which was interesting. So you'd go to somebody's house, and it'd be somebody, like, I was a kid, of course, but it'd be somebody my parents knew, and they'd have, like, stacks of RC Cola. And like, okay, awesome. I never liked this stuff, but, like, I really, like, it was imprinted in my brain as a Tennessean by the time I was, like 18. But, honestly, Jones Soda is really good. I'm going to give them this one just because they made those mints back in the day. I don't know if they still do, but they were fizzy mint. And they were the flavor of, like, whatever soda you wanted. And the green apple fizzy mint specifically tasted just like the soda. And I was in love with the combo. I'd eat one and then I'd take a drink of the soda.
Okay. I know nothing of the Jones. I do know about RC. So I guess just because I know RC, I will go with them. What does the R and the C stand for anyway? Freddie, I'm sure you know.
Royal.
Remote control.
Royal Cola.
I thought it was Royal Crown Cola.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
I was about to say Royal Cola. That sounds good as hell. Bro.
No, it's Royal.
Hey, it's so nice they named it twice. It's so cola they named it Rolla. It's just whatever.
Oof. No, don't do that.
I am 100% Jones on this one. I'm Jones for Jones.
Like Jones, are you?
Jones Soda is. Jones Soda has the Snapple / fortune cookie thing type here, where every time you open it, it has the on the underside of the cap, there's always a little quote or a fortune cookie or a fact or something like that. They're absolutely fantastic. Jones also is the brand where if you submit a photo of pretty much anything as long as it's clean, they'll put it on the bottle for you, and every bottle is
that Stobie that you're thinking of.
No. That's Jones. Jones Soda is the one that does it. The glass bottles. It's the kind of a rich people pop, because a 6-pack of pop costs like $8.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the deal? They'll put a picture on the bottle for you?
Yeah, it's a private company type thing, smaller brand. They've made the same. They haven't changed the flavor that they make in like fucking 40 years type thing. It's really, really good. If you got a chance to check it out. Jones, and it's also one of the few sodas out there still made with sugarcane instead of the corn syrup, which is the reason why it's more expensive.
Makes sense.
So Jones Soda gets my vote on that one.
Okay. Find that.
Thank you.
I'm the Jonesing for the Jones Soda, so I'm gonna have to go with RC just because I know of it. I don't know of Jones Soda.
And that ties Andy up.
Jones's sodas, and the green apple Jones. I don't know why you chose green apple specifically. If that's like actually like the most popular flavor, or if that was just your favorite flavor. Why that flavor ended up on the bracket? But it's definitely the one I prefer the most.
I'll say it turned out to be the most popular flavor, actually.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think it would be because like
I didn't think it would either. It is my personal favorite, but the when I was looking up the pop flavors of the U.S. type thing, Jones Soda, Jones Green Apple was the highest ranked of all the ones there, and that was by like Food Consumers brand or something like that. I can't remember what the site was, because I made this list a long ass fucking time ago.
That's pretty cool though. So yeah, Jones for me. Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones.
Remember the Bubba Colas?
Everyone's a doctor today. Bubba Cola.
They had like bubblegum flavor.
All I can think of is the UFC fighter. You say Jones.
Bubbles, we gotta speed this up real quick because Harvey has to go in a couple minutes, and I want him. I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna do the thank you to review and the guest ads at the same time, so he can participate in both of them.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, we have 2 more for the rest of the first half.
Yep.
Or first round. All right. So moving on to the next one, it is Pepsi.
What was it? You kind of froze my screen.
Yeah, you froze a little bit there, dear. You gonna try that again?
Oh goodness. Yeah, it's Pepsi versus Diet Pepsi.
Ooh.
And this starts with Hollis.
No, I think it's Harvey this time.
Yeah, I think it's Harvey.
It's me.
Is it Harvey?
Holly said, yeah. Holly said the last one.
Yes, because Andrea ended. I'm sorry. It's Harvey.
No problem. So it's either Pepsi
or Diet Pepsi.
Pepsi or Diet Pepsi, you know.
Right, you're gonna have to vote for one.
I know. Or
pass the parcel.
But it's still your vote. Either way.
I will pass the parcel. And I shall not vote for either Pepsi.
Wait, stand on your.
Yes, I stand.
I don't mean to disappoint you, Harvey, but when I was a soda drinker, Pepsi was my brand.
It's okay.
Just because I feel like I could never find RC, because if RC was, up there with Coca-Cola and Pepsi, it would absolutely be RC for me. But the only time that I like Diet Pepsi is when it's flat, which means I could technically drink it now, but it's still not that great. So regular OG Pepsi is going to be my vote.
Have you tried the nitro stuff yet? Their bubbles.
I did. I didn't really like it.
Because that's just what it tastes like is just flat Pepsi.
Yeah, and that's probably why I'm just like I don't really like it. So I'm like, but your vote's next.
I'm gonna go with Pepsi as well. I'm not a fan of diet sodas, so
I'm definitely also going with the Pepsi.
I'm on board with Pepsi.
They both suck, but Pepsi.
Oh, look at that.
Bubbles. What is that?
That sounds like.
That sounds like a sweep. Is that the first one?
No, that's like.
Yes, yes, it is. Oh my god.
Oh,
Also, Diet Dr. Pepper should have been on this list. Diet Dr. Pepper is the only diet soda that I actually ever enjoyed.
Ew.
well, I'm so sorry to crush your diet dreams there, Andy.
It did. You crushed them hard.
Just so crushed, but that's okay because in our next mashup, we've got Crush Grape versus. I've never actually had this Stewart root beer.
Oh, back to the great segues. I love it.
Stewart root beer.
Stewart's, yeah.
Yeah, Stewart's.
Stewart, I start this one off. I think Stewart's root beer is again fancy pants root beer. Same thing as Jones. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's sold in the same place where Jones is, like right fucking next to it in the store that I go to. It's high class root beer. It is sarsaparilla, like the way sarsaparilla is actually kind of supposed to be set out, not the normal, the new fashioned stuff. It's the old fashioned stuff, and I'm gonna lose Q's vote on this one. But in the movie Back to the Future, where he's drinking sarsaparilla at the bar, that's what Stewart's is. Stewart's is like the old-fashioned type of root beer. But like I said before, crushed grape soda is my favorite soda. Not my favorite soda. It's my favorite grape soda. There's only one place in town where I can find it, and it happens to be like Q was talking about before we started. Or not before we started, during the entire McDonald's conversation. Crushed grape is. There's only one place I can find it, and that's right next door to McDonald's here in town. So I will drive out of my way to go fucking find it, though. It gets my vote.
Again, I'm not voting for anything fucking grape flavored. I don't like root beer either. I don't like fucking, yeah, I don't like that shit either. But I mean, grape is just terrible. Just terrible. So I gotta go with the other one.
Variety is the spice of life, my
The spice of life.
There's that French thing again. Every time the French thing comes up, I have the entire Jablo May thing go through my head.
So I'm a huge fan of root beer, and I've never had a Stewart's root beer, I don't think, but it sounds like it would be right up my alley, and I'd probably absolutely love it, but I also didn't have a bougie grandma. So I don't think that was ever available to me, and I don't think that I cannot vote for this grape soda, because it is like the grape soda. It's the one. If I'm going to drink grape soda, it's going to be Crush, so I vote Crush.
I'm going thirsty.
I haven't tried the Stewart's root beer. I did drink Grape Crush when I was little. I'm allergic to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and give Grape Crush my vote because of their lip smackers that they had.
I would rather drink puddle water.
I mean,
I bet you would.
Ew.
Over grape, anything? Yeah, puddle water. Tastes better.
Okay.
What kind of grape soda were they drinking in the Little Rascals? Because I feel like it was Welch's.
I think it was Welch's.
yeah, I don't think Crush was around at that point, so
I
because
think
that was set back a while ago.
one of the kids in the Little Rascals said Welch's.
Okay.
And it's playing in my brain, and I can't figure out which kid it is, but I'll think about it until I go to sleep tonight.
It was Welch's sparkling grape juice, not soda.
Oh yeah, because that's the entire boat ride type thing.
Yeah.
When they were in the clubhouse, and then they like mixed it, and she's like, "Oh, it tastes like an old boot."
Yeah, exactly.
It might have been.
But Harvey, which
Wait,
one
what?
would it be for you?
Oh, that's right. So it is Welch's versus what? Say that one more time.
Crush. It's actually
it's
Crush Grape,
Crush
not Welch's.
Grape
Oh, Crush
versus
Grape versus Stewart. All right, let's go with.
Bottle water.
Well, I will stick with my voting for root beer because my daughter loves root beer. So let's go with Stewart.
All right, and that finishes our first round.
All right.
All right.
Let's do ads real quick. Harvey, what you been up to?
What have I been up to? Home life, children. I am the host of Men Are the Prize, the podcast, if you know. Open space for men to be open, vulnerable, and emotional. That's a podcast that I do, and I talk to men, and we have deep, powerful conversations. Season 3 has ended, but I'm doing summer stuff right now because I love podcasting a lot when I have the time to do it, and I like coaching men and such, so that's what I do. So I'm in summer sessions right now, so I have a few episodes of Men Are the Prize that is out there. Every other Saturday is when they're coming out. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I also am the co-host of Love is Black, the podcast that I co-host with my hot wife, Carice. But that's for you there, Freddie. This season, we are writing the great Black love story. So every week we switch off. She writes a chapter, I write a chapter, and we just read it. And that's how the season is going. But it's kind of hard to write a book. So we're kind of in a hiatus now because these kids expect to eat like 3 times a day, which doesn't give me enough time to write as much as I'd like to. But that's pretty much what I've been doing. And it's summer and I got these kids. So obviously the podcasting gets cut a bit. But I enjoy talking about men's mental health issues. I love talking about Black love. That's what I do with the wife. And occasionally slipping onto the Bracket Bastards and going back to the original podcast, my first one. So that's what I'm doing, and say it.
One thing Harvey does have coming up too, by the way, is that we recasted the movie Major League.
Oh yeah.
When that comes out August 1st to all your podcatchers. Andy and Hollis, what you guys been up to?
Well, we are actually releasing a lot of just live recordings on this handy dandy little golden mic we got right here. But also on August 4th, we're going to be doing a benefit at actually it's a concert partnered with uplouisville.org, so Up Centers for Women and Children, and they are really focusing on giving aid to people who have survived trauma and the unhoused within the women and children community of Louisville. So if you could go to uplouisville.org for donations, I'm sure they'd really appreciate it, or to find out how you could help otherwise.
And we will be there on August 4th at 3.
Christchurch Cathedral.
Yep. Other than that, we're just being awesome and writing more music.
Nice.
Wait,
hey, Freddie, can I say one more thing? I forgot. If you wouldn't
go
mind.
ahead.
Can I throw something out? Hey, guys, I don't know if you know about my podcast, but if you don't, you should check it out at harveylaguerre.com, and you can listen to my podcast or watch it. But also, if you have a moment, please go to podcastawards.com and vote for the best male-hosted podcast, which is mine, Men Are the Prize podcast. Feel free to vote for me so I can win and then tell people that I'm the best male-hosted podcast host. So that's podcastawards.com. Vote for Men Are the Prize.
And if I remember right, Harvey is part of a group called the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network, and they have multiple people in that network that is actually up for different awards as well. Do you happen to have that list on you, Harvey?
I do, and thank you. So again, Best male hosted podcast, Men Are the Prize. That's me. Then best female hosted podcast, and that is Crushgasm, hosted by Kendra. And we love
Another
Kendra.
great show.
Another great show. And the Sip List for best entertainment podcast, hosted by Amanda, and we love Amanda. And finally, best games and hobbies podcast, that is Masturbators, and that is our boy DeAndre. So go to podcastawards.com and vote for all of your favorite podcasts.
One of the best named podcasts out there that's not ours.
Damn.
All right. Find my thing here. Before I became a podcaster, I never thought that all these 5-star request type things actually mattered. Well, I was wrong. But being the bastards that we are, we're not just going to ask you to spend those valuable 3 seconds with nothing in return. To be perfectly honest, that's just kind of fucking rude. But being the good bastards we are, we'll trade you for it. If you send us a screenshot of your 5-star review on either YouTube or whatever podcatcher you decide to use, along with a matchup that you want us to vote on, we will not only shout you out on the show as a thank you, but we'll do your matchup live on air. It'll be our thank you to review. And we have a thank you to review today. This is Harvey's first time being able to do this, so no real story here. But this show is although long at times, is well deserved 5 stars. If allowed, I don't have a matchup this week. I'd rather have an open-ended question. Spotify says that you're over 200 episodes deep. That is true. And I love that you have new and returning guests all the time from all walks of life. My question this week is either heard on the show.
Hold on,
you guys.
Go back.
Brady, you cut up at the
You
exact
cut out like completely.
It was so suspenseful.
That was almost on purpose. That was
Okay,
too
where
perfect.
did I cut out?
The question is.
The question
And
is.
then you cut out.
Okay. Okay. If allowed, I don't have a matchup this week. I'd rather have an open-ended question. Spotify says that you are over 200 episodes deep, and I love that you have new and returning guests all the time from all walks of life. So my question is this week, who has been your favorite guest that you have ever heard on the show that you have not been a part of or had the ability to work with on the show? My personal favorite so far is Chancey. My personal favorite so far is Chancey from a while back. The words, "I hope you masturbate with razor wire," is still a semi-regular wish upon some of my more douchey customers. Signed, Megan Goodall, the quote-unquote all-good bastard.
Yay.
So, since this is the first time Harvey got to do this, I'm going to start with Harvey. Harvey, as an OG bastard, so down since day one-ish, who has been either your favorite person that you've had on our show, had on Bastards, or you've listened to on Bastards?
It's definitely me. Come on. Is that even a question?
Wow.
But we're regulars. We're talking about guest queue.
I'm
Well, no, but that works too, because Chancey was a bastard as well. So across the gauntlet, and there's been I've done 50 backstages plus.
Mm-hmm.
Are those included in the 200 episodes?
Yes.
Okay.
I would just like to say that my favorite guest that was on the show was this incredibly attractive woman.
I knew that was coming.
I believe her name was Carice Laguerre. And upon hearing her on the show, the only thing I could do was meet her and then marry her. So that's my wife. She was on the show. We had fun. You know how long it took me to get her to agree to do it.
I know, right?
I put work in, but it was cool to have my wife on the show and to do it. Of course, I'm not sure if I was there for the first episode that Bubbles was on, but obviously loved you from as soon as you got on. So that was fun. But yes, the wife was my favorite guest on the show. That was a cool one to have on here. To have the wife in something that I love doing. No pun intended. podcast. That was not even what I meant.
It didn't even cross my mind until you stopped.
That was not. I didn't mean that at all. But yes.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay, sure. No, I would. No. Maybe yes. But
all right,
trying
to dig Harvey out of a hole here. Hollis, off the top of your head, do you happen to have a favorite guest or podcast host or somebody that you've heard or been on the show with or anything else like that?
Definitely Andy.
Does that even count?
I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding, but if it doesn't count, then it's gotta be Bubbles.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
You can be a bastard, but such a beautiful smile on your face.
Okay.
And Andy.
So I feel like a terrible human being at this point because I cannot remember names to save my life. But we did a bracket previously with another woman, and then she had really short hair, and I cannot remember what her name was to save my life.
You remember the episode was? Topic?
No, we did so many of them at that point. We did like 3 of them with you all back to back, and I can't remember what it was. I feel like
older, younger.
Older.
Yeah,
she had an accent, I think.
she's over in Norway, or not Norway. She by the way, she's going to be on a future episode, like in the next couple of weeks, on the 90s, on the entire retro, not of the 90s episode. I can't remember her name either off the top of my head.
I hope she's not listening, or I kind of hope she is listening. Wish I could remember your name.
I don't even try to remember names anymore.
Bob's, no. I can't. It's going to drive me nuts, and I'm going to check it as soon as we get off today, and it's going to be on like the next episode that we're doing, and it's going to fucking drive me nuts.
She was hilarious and just kind of, I don't know, I'd love to be on the podcast with her. She was a great one to bounce things off of. And I feel like her name was something short, like it was a short name. Never mind. It's okay. Yeah. You can move on. Think of it later.
Bubbles.
The guest that I think I liked the most was our Gotta Be Done Bluey podcast guest. And was her name Kate? Did Freddie freeze? Like he looks a little frozen. He looks like he is not moving. He is statuesque, if you will. Let me see if I can find her.
Looks like an epic profile picture of Freddie right now. Right? He's just like, mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it. But she's from Australia, and it was really neat having her on with us. I know it was difficult to get her because the time zone differences. Oh, there's Freddie.
I was looking up a name.
You were looking up the name? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's Sharon Bowker, by the way.
Sharon, why did I think Kate?
Sharon!
No, from Sharon's the one that Andy and I couldn't think of. Kate is the one that couldn't show up off of the Bluey pod over at Gotta Be Done.
Okay.
But Mary's the one that was there.
Mary. I was like, okay, hold on a second. Mary. I think she was probably my favorite because it was so cute that like we definitely kept it Bluey theme and like duck cake.
Duck cake you.
Duck cake you. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So Mary, I would say, is probably my favorite that we've had.
Thank you.
I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to say whoever agreed with me the most.
Probably Chancey, right?
I mean, honestly, yeah, Chancey and I we're pretty on par with each other, but that is what it is. Chancey was a funny guy. I will admit, Chancey was funny as hell. He definitely brought a lot of laughter to this fucking podcast. I will give him that 100%. So, you know what, just for sakes, I'm saying Chancey.
My favorite, I have multiple favorites. I have multiple different reasons, but I think my number one reason is not just for this person is one of the people that I can go talk to and very different reasons. Always a good personality, always a good person to talk to. She's on here a lot, actually, as well. But always just fun. The type of person that you want in your life. I have fucked up friends. I do. I have some seriously fucked up friends. We were talking last week about the type of friends that if you poop just a little bit every time you heard your name, there'd be the type of people that would be saying your name constantly because they just want to see you fucked up. This person is not the type of person. She's not vile by any kinds of means. She's just has an awesome fucking personality, and I love her to death. And that person is Bubbles.
Aww.
I am super happy that she got to be on the show. I'm super happy she got to host today, but
Freddie's gonna make me cry.
Okay, well, I really shouldn't. But we all need different people in our lives that are cool with different things. Bubbles is a very, very open-minded person. She's a very bubbly personality, which is the reason why she got the name that she did, and she's absolutely fantastic majority of the stuff that she does. So I will give my props to her as much as possible, with not making her cry. But yeah, Bubbles gets out of the 50 plus people, and a lot of the people on the show, like a couple people on the show I'm related to. Like, for instance, my daughter's in the other room. She's a guest on the show. And I didn't pick her. She's about to give me the finger. No. My cousin was on the show type thing. Q and I has been friends for years. But out of as far as person for person goes, I got to go with Bubbles on this one. So Megan, the all good bastard, I hope we answered your question on this one. And now back to the show. Before we start that, though, Bubbles, do you want to vote since Harvey's gone, or no?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean,
okay. So I'm just gonna replace Harvey with you.
That's fine. And then I'll keep his pass the parcel against
and
me.
All the ones that he didn't use. So
yeah. Okay. So getting back to it, strangely enough, it's not a sweep versus a sweep, which is what I thought it would be. But we have a matchup of Dr. Pepper versus Faygo. Ooh. And oddly enough, Faygo got the sweep. So that was a surprise. And who are we starting with? This is starting with Q, right?
Yep.
Okay. Q, what's starting with you?
I mean, I'm still going to go with that double penetration. Got to. It fucks way harder than the Dr. Thunder ever will.
Okay, so Faygo and Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
I feel like this is really difficult for me because I love Dr. Pepper and I drink it very often. But again, if I had a Faygo machine at where I work, I'd probably gulp down some cotton candy Faygo all day. So I'm still gonna give it to Faygo. Still on board with sorry, Dr. Pepper. I'm giving it to Faygo. Dude, if they had a cotton candy Faygo pump at the fountain machine at work, I'd be so big.
So big.
So big. I choose Faygo because, Faygo's delicious. That cream soda enough is like, yes.
You know what? Actually, my vote was going to go to Faygo, but I kind of want to tie things up and but at the same time, I also feel like I think that have a feeling which direction Freddie might go, and I don't know if I want that either.
Freddie only goes one direction.
So just because I want to see this move forward for absolutely no true reason, other than the fact that it's going to go ahead and beat out Dr. Pepper, which I'm aware is one of the most popular sodas ever. I'm going to go with Faygo on this one. It's number 3 or number 2?
2.
2?
2.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a pen in my hand, so.
And it's funny. So I'm actually not an original Dr. Pepper fan myself either. So whereas drinking Faygo, I don't know if I'd say I'm a fan, but I'm not down with it. So
not down.
Not down. So Freddie, we're gonna go ahead and bring that back up to you.
I kind of wish Bubbles would have given me the tie-breaking decision on this one. I have Dr. Pepper all the time. I'm a huge fucking fan of Dr. Pepper. I've had Faygo one time. One time.
But you remember.
But it left so much of a fucking impression on me. I'm going for Faygo.
Woo!
Honestly, I am going for Faygo. It was fucking fantastic.
Woo!
The only reason that it's not everywhere is the fact it just doesn't have the money behind it, and it also has the association with like friggin' ICP.
Mm-hmm.
And to some that's a good association, to others it's not a good association, which is their kind of bugs me. I enjoy it though. I wish it was here. Faygo moves on.
Perfect. All right. Next up, we have the OG Sprite versus that mellow yellow. And this one, we're going to go ahead and start it off with Andy.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Sprite because that's the one my kid drinks all the time. So Sprite.
After a long, hot day, I definitely would want a Sprite and not like a stomach ache. So real Sprite.
Do it for Harvey.
Do it for the hard.
I think I will go ahead and give it to Harvey. I also had a teacher in school, and she was probably one of my favorite teachers, and her name was Miss Mello. So I'm gonna.
Was she from the marsh? Because that would have been fucking hilarious.
You know what? It was 6th grade, so I don't know if I could ever ask her if it's from the marsh. But yeah, so we're gonna bring that up to you, Freddie.
I'm also gonna go with Melio on this one because I am looking at the board here, and I want whoever wins the matchup that it will be facing off against in the next round to be moving on. And I'm pretty sure Q, unless he has a really, really good appreciation for Sprite, would want one of the other sodas to move on that's below this as well. So it is a tie-breaking decision.
I have a very, very unique love for Sprite, bro.
If you do, you do. That's up to you, dude.
I just never drink it unless I have bourbon, because then I'm mixing the bourbon with the Sprite, and everything is just nice. But I'm going Sprite.
And Sprite moves on.
I tried, Bubbles. I tried.
You did try. That's okay. That's okay. Q just doesn't have any vision.
Poor heart.
Or taste buds.
I got taste buds, believe me.
No, he just got buds. It's a different story.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, even though we're getting down on Q here, I know that he said that Jess was in the other room, and I'm sure he would want her to, Mountain Dew him versus Wild Cherry Pepsi. So we've got the.
I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. I'm pretty sure she would want Q to Mountain Dew her.
Hey, either way, I'm okay with it.
As long as somebody's doing.
It's like he was like, as long as I'm involved.
Yeah, as long as I'm there, I'm good. You know, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Right, as long as I can participate. I think this one starts with Hollis, but it's Mountain Dew versus Wild Cherry Pepsi.
Mountain Dew. I think it's like the premium Pepsi product.
See, I don't know. I feel like I might be on the opposite spectrum on that one. Because I'm not big on Mountain Dew, really. Like, I liked the Code Red just fine. I guess I would drink the Pitch Black, but I also was only 13 at the time, so we all know that those choices are questionable. Wild Cherry Pepsi, on the other hand, I have never been disappointed in that, so that's where my vote's going. Freddie?
Vote for.
I'm going to second Bubbles on this one. Mountain Dew is famous for what it is, but Wild Cherry Pepsi it's a step down from goated. It just is. It's Mountain Dew. I kind of have to be in a mood for. Wild Cherry Pepsi is better than Pepsi, and Pepsi is like number 4 or 5 on the entire most drink list as in the U.S. And Wild Cherry Pepsi gets my vote.
I'm gonna have to go with the Mountain Dew. That's been like my all-time favorite. It's been my go-to. So yeah, going to the mountain.
Going to the mountain.
Andy, are we Mountain Dewing, or are we getting wild with that Cherry Pepsi?
I feel like Mountain Dew is only the best if you have severe cotton mouth.
Which I have all the time. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I usually do too. But as far as just like a general soda goes, I think the flavor of the cherry Pepsi. So I'm gonna go cherry Pepsi.
And that brings us to I think I start this one.
Yes, you do.
Oh, damn.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm glad to be back. We have another Coke off. You know, that's not the first time I've heard that in 2 days, because we've got a rave going on downtown that I just happened to go to last night. But we've got regular Coke versus cherry Coke. Just like cherry Pepsi, like I feel like I like the wild Coke better.
Bubbles likes it a little wild.
It's just a wild. We like wild Coke here.
None of that tame
Coke is too mellow yellow for us.
I'm going to second Bubbles again on this one. Cherry Coke is better than Coke. I personally wish McDonald's Coke moved on, but it didn't. So Cherry Coke will be getting my vote on this one.
I'm gonna third that. I'm definitely gonna cherry Coke over regular Coke any day.
And that moves on, but for dexterity purposes.
Shout out.
Andy, which one would you choose?
You don't know.
You got a can here and a can here. Which one are you choosing?
The one on the left. I guess that's the wild one.
The wild one.
I guess this is the wild one, right?
Wild here. Get up wild.
I don't know. In my brain,
it's a man.
Like in my brain, it's a tie. That would be like someone would ask me what kind of Coke, and I'd be like, surprise me. So wild cherry for dexterity purposes.
Regular Coke, because I think it's delicious.
Oh man, you prevented the sweep.
Sorry, no brooms here.
No chores today. We're not sweeping. I'm all for it. So
Just a chorin.
Chores are overrated anyways.
Pouring on through. Oh my goodness. Speaking of chores, we do have a Dr. Thunderfuck doing some 7-Ups.
Not like push-ups.
I think I need to go home for the day. Like, Freddie, we're starting with you as soon as you're ready.
There's a fucking chipmunks on today's show. I don't know what it is. I still got to go with 7-Up yours. I mean, I can't. I remember those commercials where not only the shirts, but the commercials where people would turn around and the shirt would just say "Up yours" on it. It just makes me laugh more than the entire I Heart DP. It's just what it is. And the entire Dr. Thunder, I think the only reason it moved on last one for me is the entire Thunderfuck thing. And jokes aside, 7-Up I think is actually better drinkability wise than Dr. Thunder is, but I'm probably wrong on this one.
I'm going with Dr. Thunder on this just because, well, I'm not a big 7-Up yours fan. And it's the closest generic thing to actual Dr. Pepper, so.
Because you've been thunderfucked.
That's what I was trying to get to earlier and I couldn't.
Dr. Thunder, still on board. Reporting for duty.
I was trying to mesh Thunderstruck and Dr. Feelgood at the same time.
That's funny.
I think that 7-Up is when people say it's the same thing as Sprite, I actually find them to be repulsive people after that because they're wrong and they are delusional. And if they'll admit they're delusional, we can be friends again. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You can't be friends. She's like, you can't be friends with me because I already know. Like,
no, I'm just kidding. But I really don't like 7-Up, so I'll have to go with whatever the other one was. I forgot.
Thunderfuck.
Thunderfuck. Yeah, let's do Thunderfuck.
I am not mad that Thunderfuck is moving forward. Like, but
It should be.
The idea of having 7-Up yours is very intriguing.
Oh my god.
7, huh?
I think they have websites for that.
I think they have a whole
OnlyFans, not a sponsor. Could be.
I don't know, guys. I'm glad that, like I said, Thunder is moving forward, but I'm gonna give mine to 7-Up because I definitely like the nostalgia of like laying on the couch, watching all of the Cartoon Networks and Bob Barker and sipping on that 7-Up, trying not to hurl everywhere. Yeah,
That's all right. Sprite's still in the mix, so.
7-Up brought to you by Benoit. Thank you for understanding. I know they won't.
Oh my goodness. With all the surge of the giggles going on here, we've got Surge versus Jones.
Surge
and I think this one starts with, is this
Q.
one Q? Yeah.
I guess I'm going Surge. I've never had Jones, so I can't really say either way on that.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to bring over a 6-pack next time I'm out.
I am gonna steal Freddie's vote. Only because I don't know that he's gonna vote for Jones over Surge, and I want Jones to win.
I honestly didn't know what I was gonna vote for either, so I'm actually kind of glad you did it.
Jones for 2.
You know, affordability has to factor in a little too, right? Or is it just flavor? Because if you're factoring in affordability,
Surge is a hell of expensive nowadays, though, too.
Yeah, but you know, I guess
due to the
if you're
entire
talking about
limited quantities. I mean, you can go on freaking not Amazon, but eBay and shit like that, and get the cases, and they're like $100 a case.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Surge was all right. Okay, if it's just going on flavor, then I'm gonna go with Jones.
And
Delicious.
with that, Jones moves forward. Honestly, I never was big on Surge. Like, I kind of dig it, and I like seeing all like the 90s nostalgia things like surrounding it. But as far as like preferability, if I'm sitting there and I have the opportunity to choose one over the other, it's going to be Jones. Doesn't matter what flavor, any one of the flavors really. But this one is specifically Jones green soda for audio land purposes. And Jones takes the win on that one, bringing us. Wait, what?
I said unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Believe it.
Now, with all the different colors of the Jones soda, we are going to go ahead and move ourselves over to that Mountain Dew Code Red versus the OG Pepsi. And this one gets started with Andy.
Pepsi.
I actively don't like Pepsi. That's hard. I'm allergic to Code Red, but I think Pepsi just kind of tastes bad. I'm sure I would like Code Red if I could drink it, so I'll vote Code Red.
If it didn't kill you.
Oh, goodness. Again, I definitely like the nostalgia of the Code Red, but again, I'm not big on Mountain Dew itself. And I would prefer a Pepsi over the Mountain Dew, so Pepsi's mine. Freddie?
I know Q's a gamer.
Why?
I know he prefers Mountain Dew over Code Red, but I also know he's a huge video game person. And again, Code Red, nostalgia more than anything else, is more of a gamer type thing. They even have video game ads on their entire cases. I will be going for Code Red, which makes it a tie-breaking decision. Coming down to Q, and one thing Bubbles has not been doing is Bubbles has not been asking if you want to know who's facing in the next round.
You know what? Let's just keep it as it's been. Don't even ask it, Bubbles. We're not even going to do it. What are the two options, though? Code Red and what?
Pepsi.
Oh, definitely going Pepsi all the way. Over Code Red? Yeah, I'm going Pepsi.
Fast.
I was actually kind of hoping you chose the other one due to entire flavor versus flavor for the next one, but you'll find out what it's facing.
Oh, I will I?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
cool.
You will. And this actually brings us to our last matchup of round 2, which brings us to Mug Root Beer or Crush Grape Soda. And we're starting with Alice on this one.
Mug Root Beer, for the reasons previously stated. Crush Grape Soda's all right, but I'm allergic to it, so, boo on you for putting Red 40 in your stuff.
Making suggestions for companies. Take out your horrible dyes and let's go a little more natural. But I don't know. That might mess with the flavor too. So, can't mess with flavor.
Yeah, you don't want to take out the cancer flavor.
Right. Get rid of the cancer here. However, I do actually prefer grape flavored things over root beer flavored things. So my vote will be going to Crush Grape Soda.
Heathen.
She's a heathen.
Andy.
Yes.
I'm stealing your vote.
That's so rude of you.
It's just payback for stealing mine. Although I appreciated you stealing mine, so that just makes me a dick.
You're gonna vote.
I'm gonna vote for Crush.
I knew it.
Gross.
Crush gets my vote. And the only reason I did that because I can't trust either you or Q to vote for Crush over Mug Root Beer, and I'm a fan of both of these, so I'm good with either one. Moving on, but I prefer Crush Grape over anything over Mug Root Beer. My Mug Root Beer is my root beer is A&W. It gets my vote.
I hate grape, so I'm going Mug. Grape is not bad for me. Doesn't do it.
So I stole Andy's vote, and this would have been a tie-breaking decision for Q. Or sorry, not for Q. For Andy on this one. Andy, since I stole your vote, what would have your vote been?
I would have definitely voted for root beer.
You changed the course of the bracket, Freddie.
You did.
You did.
That was the flapping of the butterfly wing that changed the future. I was going to say
Grape's going to win this whole thing now.
No, it's not. It won't make it out of the next round.
Oh, I'm so sad about root beer, though. Bye, root beer. We loved you.
But we did end this round on a high note.
Giggy.
All right.
Going high.
Bubbles, send us out.
All right. So, wait, did you say start us out?
Send us out.
Send us out.
We're at the end of the round.
I don't know what that means.
That's end of round 2, right?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
There you go.
That does end it for round 2. We just won't talk about my lack of attention. My goldfish brain stopped working about 20 minutes ago. It's on short circuits now. Like, I haven't been interrupted, which is odd. And I think maybe that's part of it too, is like routine is thrown off.
Yes, you need to be interrupted more often.
Right?
All right. Update, by the way, pass the partials off the board. Since we only have the 5 people here now. Steal a vote. You have the next 4 matchups to steal a vote. After that, they are off the board. And that is looks like Q, Hollis, and Bubbles are the only people that have the ability to steal a vote in the next 4 matchups. Blown a load, nobody's blown a load yet, and that goes all the way to the end of the game. Bubbles, back to you.
Well, thank you. So I actually get to start this round 2, and starting off with the first matchup of round 3. We have Fago versus Dr. Thunder, newly named Dr. Thunderfuck. You know what? I might have to go down to Andy and Hollis's reasoning of Fago has more flavors, and since we did not make a specific Fago flavor on this one, I'm gonna vote for Fago. Freddie.
This sucks because although I do love Fago, I don't want Fago to win because there's a particular person who I know absolutely loves Fago, mainly because of the entire ICP reference. And I don't want him to be satisfied in any kind of way. Not naming names. But Dr. Thunder got here on a joke, and I really hate when that shit happens too. So I am torn.
I like Dr. Thunder.
I'm gonna go with Fago on this one because I honestly see the appreciation not only that I have in it, but I know that Andy and Hollis have in Fago as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it it's going to be the win after this point. So
It might not. We've been surprised before, Freddie.
that is true.
Q.
All right, so it's Dr. Thunder and Fago, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just go with Dr. Thunder, I suppose. I've never had Fago.
Andy.
Look at that smile. He's like, I'm so proud of this.
She's like, I know they just turned the tides here.
I really did like Dr. Thunder, and right now, if I had one, I would absolutely drink it. Like I'm totally down with Dr. Thunder. Dr. Thunder fucks hard. I still stand by that. But Fago is better. Period. So I'm gonna vote for Fago. And Hollis.
I knew I should have told the vote.
Hollis had to take the dog out, but I know what their vote is. I don't think I'm allowed to say it, but I don't know how that rule works. But Hollis said they vote Fago.
Which, let's say Fago would have moved on anyway. So
I was like, was this a sweep? But no.
Nope. Q went for Dr. Thunder. Fuck.
I'm not a fuck.
I think I addressed Hollis wrong earlier, and I'm gonna apologize because I just thought about that when you said they earlier, and I was like, I feel like I addressed them wrong, and now I feel a little bad.
I did too, but I wasn't aware. So.
And Hollis is so kind to like not.
Yeah. I don't mind being corrected. I really don't, because like I would much rather know than not know, because I know that's offensive. But without knowing, I'm just going to go with what I have, and so now that I know, I can correct my previous actions and go forward.
Bubbles was just
apologizing.
Apology for the appropriate.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. And I like it passed by until just now when Andy said something, and I was like, I'm like 99% sure I addressed them incorrectly earlier.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm sorry. I know that they went up.
And see, with that, like, I didn't know why I at all. But you went to take the dog out, and so she said they, and I'm like, she talking about her and the dog? And then it got clarified. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm sorry. That was a non-informative.
Yeah, I feel
on
like
my part. Anything else?
I didn't feel like I needed to come out of the closet on the podcast, but hello. You're good. I'm happy.
As far as this goes, Hollis, I can edit this part out.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. But like honestly, it's totally cool. If you try, you care, and you try and you care. I love that. And as far as the like, it's pretty cool that you guys care enough to talk about it. I like that. A lot of people are like, whatever. It's just a girl that has a preference.
But your preference matters. And as far as this show goes, I want everybody on this show, when they guest on this show, or when they don't guest on this show, to be felt included at all possibilities. So that's the reason why this flag's back here as well, because I want all colors, spectrums, as whatever represented as much as possible. So
thank you. I appreciate it. I feel better now. Know that everybody knows. That's awesome.
Well, we love y'all. So
love you too, guys.
All right. So this next one actually gets started with Freddie. And we are either jonesing or we're going for that Sprite.
So either rich people soda or the soda for the ballers on this one. Which is really kind of funny because Sprite's known for the entire basketball soda type thing. You always see them on like basketball courts and basketball ads and everything else. But there's also a song out there called Basketball Jones. So I'm going to go with Basketball Jones soda on this one. Jones soda gets my vote.
Not voting for Jones. I just
You never had
can't. I can't vote for it.
What did Jones ever do to you?
Hurt his feelings.
Not a damn thing. I just never had it.
Okay, just for clarification, Q. Okay, so do you like green apple stuff at all?
Yes and no. It kind of depends on the green apple.
Cream soda?
No, I hate cream soda.
Root beer?
Nope, don't like root beer.
Berry flavors?
Depends on the berry.
I think there's an orange sickle flavor.
Don't
There's
like orange.
I think his choice on the Sprite was definitely up his alley on this one.
No, that's fine. What the reason I'm asking this is that the next time I come over, I can just bring I think they sell them in 4-packs. Bring a 4-pack of a certain flavor, but I also didn't want to bring like let's say a 4-pack of root beer if you don't like root beer, because automatically it doesn't matter who makes the root beer, you're just not going to like it. But if you like green apple soda type stuff, then I can bring a 4-pack over there because I'm a huge fan of it. And even if you don't like it, I can take the other 3 or 2 because Jess can't have soda. Take the other 3 home and be fine. But I can still have that one for you to try next time I'm there. So
I mean, I'll always try something.
Yeah,
which
is good. It's good to have an open mind on things.
I try.
Andy left me with her vote, by the way.
Okay.
So Sprite gets my vote. I think that's what we were going against.
And
Andy voted Sprite. Sprite, because half the time, even if I wanted a Jones, I couldn't afford it. So Sprite.
Jones is fucking expensive. I can't give him anything. I can't give him props on that.
I'm glad that Sprite's moving forward. Just because I feel like we definitely should have an OG move forward. However, you know what? Actually, because we're specific to the green apple flavor of Jones, I am going to go with Sprite as my vote as well. Now, if it was the blue flavor, I probably would have went with the Jones. Or if you just had it open like the Faygo option, I'd probably gone with Jones. But because it was only the green apple, that one's not my favorite flavor.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
No, it's not. Don't lie to him.
Hey, when I'm hosting the show, you guys leave all the fucking time, so don't start with me.
Right?
And I wasn't supposed to be voting for a while anyway, so.
All right, so our next matchup, I believe it's Q that starts that one, and that's going to be Wild Cherry Pepsi versus regular flavored Pepsi.
Let's go wild. Like the fucking thornberries. Let's go.
You kind of give off Donnie vibes.
Donnie's funny. I like Donnie. Favorite character?
Do you have a vote for this one, Hollis, or
You're on mute, love.
you're on mute?
I don't think they realize.
I don't think you do. You're on mute. We can.
There you go.
Hey, Andy didn't give me a vote, but I can assume it's Wild Cherry because Andy just likes cherry drinks more than regular drinks. But you can get that from her when she gets back.
All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll blow her load for now.
Cool.
And so we'll go ahead and we'll bring it to you.
Wild cherry. I like fruity flavors. And honestly, I don't like Pepsi, but I like wild cherry Pepsi better than I like cherry Coke, which is kind of ridiculous. But I think it's delicious.
I think it makes sense. I'm also with the wild cherry Pepsi on this. Like I said, I was a Pepsi drinker when I was drinking soda. But out of the two flavors, wild cherry just definitely hits harder.
Does it thunderfuck?
Not quite as hard as the thunderfuck, but it gives a nice little tappity tap on the back end, you know.
Tappity tap.
May not thunderfuck, but it pops a wild cherry.
Right. It's just a little love tap from the wild. Get a little wild cherry up in here. Freddie, it's your vote.
I'm gonna go for wild cherry as well.
Likely a sweep. Fun.
Likely a sweep. I like that. But we'll get Andy's official vote when she comes back, and then we'll move to the next one. What do you think?
Should be in a minute.
Or do we want to give her a minute?
Well,
No, you can say mine. Oh, there you are.
so-
What's your vote? Wild cherry Pepsi or regular Pepsi? Wild cherry Pepsi.
there you go.
Oh shit! I gotta go grab my broom because we just had a sweep.
Damn, we're
And
back
I'm
to
not-
church doors.
And I'm not gonna count that as I wouldn't count that as a blown of load because one, she made it back before the time ended, and two, the one that Hollis said it was going to be was the actual vote. So it's kind of voting for her in the presence of not being there. So
Oh, that works.
Does
that's
it though?
my decision. That's that. Whatever yours is a thing, but that's my advice that I would give you. So
All right.
is that an official blowing of load or not? Their host.
No, I agree.
Okay.
Since it was before we officially moved on to the next one, and since it was predicted.
I don't think it's very fair that I can blow a load and not be present at the same time. Just saying.
Sometimes
Hollis
we
is
do that too.
Hollis is that powerful. Let's just say that.
Right.
It's like thunderfuck all over again. Just
There's a reason I
thunderfuck
like.
all over this place.
The reason I like that soda.
Dr. Thunderfucking from the other room.
I don't know. I think that's kind of malpractice, but all right. Anyway,
Hollis,
let's
I
up.
feel like I kind of want to change like your name in my phone to Dr. Thunderfuck. And I might just do it just because.
I got a PhD in fuck.
I'm letting you know right now, Hollis. That's probably the opening drop. I got a PhD in fuck.
Okay.
Oh. And this next one, it starts with Q. No, this last one, it started with Q, right?
Starts with Andy.
Starts with Andy. I was like, no, I just looked. Okay. Okay, so we've got Cherry Coke or Crush Grape.
And this is also the last matchup you can steal a vote.
I already did that. So I can't do that again.
But for Q, Hollis, and Bubbles, this is the last opportunity to steal a vote.
I'm going to go with Cherry Coke.
I'm gonna steal your vote, Freddie.
It's all right with me.
I'm gonna go Cherry Coke.
See, as I said last round, I'm like, it's
Cherry Coke.
It's like Crush is not going to move on to the next round. I know it's not going to, but I still stole the vote, so it would go.
Vote. Oh, gosh.
I honestly thought about doing that too. Like, that'd be fun.
You
But,
know,
Now,
you know,
if
that's
you
what
would have stolen Q's vote and went for Crush, that would have been great because I would have gone with Crush, and it's like, damn it, Q would have been really pissed off.
Sorry.
I think Q would have been more pissed off than I am because I'm like, I already know it's going to lose. Fuck it.
Yeah.
The late Q.
There you go.
I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna steal Q's vote just because I can. I feel like this is probably the way I was going to vote anyways, but I just wanted to make it an official sweep because I know Q also likes to do those Qisms where he tries to like be extra bastardy. And we're going to go with the cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke full sweep. Woo, woo, woo.
If it's good enough for Rascal Flatts, it's good enough for me.
Oh my god.
I was going for cherry Coke anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I was the only one going for Crush. So we have two cherry colas in the final four.
Yes.
And how do we feel about this?
Like Dr. Pepper should have been on this list.
I mean, Dr. Pepper was on the list, but not in the final four.
Dr. Pepper was on the list, but it lost.
There's two different types of Dr. Pepper, and it still lost.
I know.
Yeah, it should never have happened. I'm not gonna lie. This is crap.
What have we done? We caused chaos.
You see, you try to act like you're not Dr. Pepper people, which are strange people, we can admit, but the second you like diss Dr. Pepper, you actively feel guilt. So
Should have been Dr. Pepper.
It's
we're all
probably
secretly
because
Dr. Pepper people.
it's probably because it's made with prune juice, and I like old people, so.
I like shitting, so.
It
Me too. I
does
spend
feel good.
the better part of my day is always sitting on the on my throne. So
You always just feel like you can do anything right after.
either way, steal votes are off the board. Past partials are off the board. That means blown a loads. Nobody had blown a load. Those are all still active.
So we
No
can all
loads.
actively
Loads of
blow our
birds.
loads.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right. So Hollis, with this next one, I'm actually going to let you choose the matchup. We've got Faygo, Sprite, Wild Cherry Pepsi, or Cherry Coke.
Like, which matchup?
Yeah.
Which one of those do you want to start off with?
Yeah.
And that will determine the matchup.
Wild Cherry Pepsi. I wanna go ahead and see what happens.
All right. So it is Wild Cherry Pepsi
Yeah.
versus Faygo.
Ooh!
What do you think?
Faygo. I have to. It's like variety is the spice of life.
The spice of life.
The spice of life.
Wild Cherry Pepsi for me. I like Faygo, but Wild Cherry Pepsi is delicious.
Yeah.
Is it Italian now or what? It's like
They said the spice of life.
You know what? I actually kind of super want to see this move forward, and I really hope it does. I'm going to go with Faygo.
Oh.
And Freddie.
Faygo
I know
Freddy.
Faygo's moving on. I know
Do
it is
you?
because it's. I know I do because I know Q's going to vote for Wild Cherry Pepsi because he's never had Faygo, and Q's actually really one of the things that Q is known for is voting. If he doesn't have context on the stuff that he's voted on, he can't vote for it. It's actually screwed him over a couple of times in the past.
That.
So, however, if I vote for Wild Cherry Pepsi, that would still make it 2-2. Tie-breaking decision going down to Andy. Andy has been notoriously voting for Faygo this entire fucking time, passionately too, I may add. So realistically, my vote doesn't really matter in the end, but I'm still going to vote for Wild Cherry Pepsi just to see it play out.
Vote. Oh, you can't.
You
started.
I have to wait till the end.
Yeah, Andy didn't give official a vote, so it hasn't
No.
been written down.
So, I mean, is it my vote then?
It
Yep.
is your
Yeah, I'm definitely going Wild Cherry Pepsi.
So where are we at? 2 for
You're
2?
tied up, Andy. First,
Eh.
we were attempting to make you blow your load from the other room, and now we're tying you up.
Now we're tying me up.
Now,
Sounds like
I would like to tell you though, because you already know what the final four is, so I'm not not releasing it. But the other two, the other option on the side of the board is either Sprite or Cherry Coke.
Yeah.
So you get to decide who is going to either Faygo or Wild Cherry going into the finals. If you love either Sprite or Cherry Coke, if you want one of those to win, this decision can either put a major thing up or one up there that's just going to go up there for slaughter.
Here's my thought. My thought is like I'm not opposed to Faygo winning the whole thing. Like, didn't think that would happen though.
I didn't either.
That's like out of left field for real.
I am opposed to Faygo winning the whole thing, just because I've never fucking heard of it.
Maybe I'll send a goodie box or something. Because I still
Please do.
You know what you could have done though, Q, is like when Dr. Pepper went up against Faygo, you could have stole a vote.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna lose. I didn't think I would have to do that, and I am very upset that I did not.
And then you ended up not being able to steal a vote anyway, even though the steal a vote rule was actually named because of you.
I know, right?
Made because of you.
I do what I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
I am gonna go with Faygo. I put a lot of thought into that one, and it's weird that it's gonna win because I never in a million years thought that would even be in the top four. Honestly,
That's some horse shit.
like what? I mean, a porn won the Star Wars bracket. Okay, so
that still makes me laugh. Yeah, Hugh, we know you know sign language. That too.
So for the next matchup, we've got the Sprite versus the Cherry Coke.
Who's that?
It's me. It is me. I'm the.
Oh, you guys have to pay royalties now. Sorry.
If it's not more than 30 seconds.
I was like, we didn't finish it either.
That's what she said. Unfortunately.
Oh man, and I don't know. I was thinking about going to completion just now, but I think I might just go ahead and pop my cherry and go to Cherry Coke.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not opposed of Faygo winning this entire thing. But I also want a bigger battle in the end, and I don't think Cherry Coke will give Faygo a big battle. I think Sprite would give at least a 3-2 vote. Because if Sprite goes up, it gets my vote and Q's vote. If Cherry Coke goes up against Faygo, I think Faygo would win odd dramatically because I would vote for Faygo as well. At least with the Sprite vote going up, there's a possibility of one of the girls possibly swinging that.
Are we swinging now? We're all a bunch of swinging.
I mean, it doesn't reach that far, Bubbles. We've had this discussion. So I'm going to go with Sprite on this one.
I'm going with Sprite because it's right.
And it rhymes, so you know it's correct.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Andy.
Sorry, I had to catch a bug. I am gonna go with Sprite because Octavia said so.
Is she home right now?
No, but if she was, she would say so.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Sprite. Oh no.
And that brings that down to Hollis.
Ooh, if I'm walking up to a soda machine, I'm gonna grab the Cherry Coke. It's got caffeine in it.
Sprite does too, doesn't it?
You could just get a caffeine powder.
Snort it.
A Sprite
and a snort.
I don't think Sprite does have caffeine.
It doesn't. That's why Octavia drinks it. Not giving my 5-year-old caffeine. She already runs circles around me.
I don't know. Like I give highly caffeine every so often, and sometimes she's just mellow. Silence. I'm pretty sure the reason that she thrives on caffeine is because her mom would down some energy drinks. She worked nights while she was.
Is she yellow as well? Will she be mellow yellow?
Mellow yellow, just a little bit. That sounds a little jaundicey though.
Or Simpsons. Simpsons. That's all it is.
So we're gonna do third place matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be the
and I start that one off. It's either gonna be wild cherry Coke or cherry Coke. Or sorry, wild cherry Pepsi or cherry Coke. That's what I meant. I made mention that we have two cherry colas in the final four, and I don't like it. So I will be a man of completion, and
in the third round, third place round.
Third place round. I mean, I stole a vote. I passed a parcel, which I don't normally get to do, and I'm officially blowing my load. So I'm a man of completion today.
You did. You completed the whole board. So Q, that brings it to you.
Wild cherry Pepsi.
Andy.
Wild cherry Pepsi.
I said it before. Wild cherry's just better. Wild cherry Pepsi.
We'd be wild up in here.
I actually agree with that one. Given the option of both of those, wild cherry Pepsi would be my go-to. And our man of completion.
Woo.
I'm a man of completion, and I as a completion, I like to make sure people are satisfied. And from this distance, the only way I can satisfy Bubbles is making sure she has the ability to announce that this is a 5-0, and it's also a.
It's a fucking sweep! What? All the way to our third place to get a sweep today?
I know, it's our first one, too. What the hell?
First one?
Lemony fresh.
Oh my goodness.
Glad I can help satisfy you there, Bubbles.
Thank you. We all know I like my satisfaction. All right, so that brings us to our final round. And we're starting with Q. Is it Faygo or is it Sprite?
I'm just gonna blow my load just for fun.
Oh, I knew it.
All right, Andy.
Why that happens?
Hopefully.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with, this is actually hard for me, honestly, because like Sprite is I buy a lot of Sprite because I have a child who loves Sprite, and that's the only soda she can really drink besides root beer, and she likes Sprite more than she likes
have Faygo.
She could
She
have
loves
Faygo.
Faygo.
She does love Faygo. Damn, she does love Faygo. But you can't get Faygo anywhere.
Gas stations, like all of them around here.
Yeah, but they don't have Faygo at McDonald's. You can't get French fries and a Faygo, which would be bomb, by the way. McDonald's, if you're listening, hello.
McDonald's, can you hear me?
Not a sponsor.
Hey, I wouldn't mind having Faygo as a sponsor, to be perfectly honest. I may go out and like online sometime this week and find like a Faygo ad, like a Faygo radio ad type thing. Or contact Faygo just to see if I can play one of their radio ads on the fucking show.
Yeah. Faygo. For the win. Faygo.
Faygo for the win.
I mean, you didn't win because of the ad. I'm just saying, it's like the.
No, but I'm hoping that Faygo wins.
Faygo for the Rocket Pop flavor alone.
Woo!
Or red, white, and blue pop, I think is what they call it. So good.
I'm going to
Swallow.
bring myself to completion, and I'm going to blow my load.
Load blown.
I'm really glad you did too, because this. No, I'm glad Bubbles blew her load, especially after I made sure she had some satisfaction. Because what Q did is that he blew his load before he had the ability to explain why he's going for Sprite. Because you know Q's going for Sprite because Q has some kind of ethical thing that he just can't vote for things that he's never had because he doesn't have a basis to actually vote for it.
The only time I will do that is if I really, really hate the other one. Like absolutely
really hate the other one. And he's been kind of string-rolling Sprite through this entire thing as well. So I got him a applaud him of that. The one thing he didn't do is explain his actions, explain the reasons why you should be voting for Sprite before he blew his load, which is one thing he should have done. Fago left a lasting impression on me. I've had it once, it left a lasting impression. That may have just been my mood or whatever. However, Sprite, being the rich person's version of 7-Up, and I say that because like you get like a 2-liter bottle of 7-Up, it's like fucking 99 cents. You get a 2-liter bottle of Sprite, it's like fucking $2.50. So there's a price hike in just the name brand. And 7-Up is name brand. It's not like the Walmart brand of lemon lime soda type thing, but still, it's a cheaper version of that. However, Sprite, as a sick child at my grandmother's place, Sprite, 7-Up, whatever, helped me through some major times. That does include Bob Barker and the Bob Ross and stuff like that. The entire PBS channel, because even though she had money, she had morals, and because we always watch PBS because it's damn good television, just like Arthur. Bring it. So I will be going for Sprite on here because it deserves at least one vote. Q. Gets next vote.
Well, the only thing I can really say is if you're bright, you'll vote for Sprite.
You call me dull?
No, most definitely not.
If you don't vote for Sprite.
I'm not voting for Sprite. I'm voting for Fago, and I'm pretty sure everybody already knew that.
We all knew that already. This is why I blew my load, because it didn't really matter. I already knew the bottom three fucking were sticking together.
We're good matches here.
That's true. I don't really mind being on top there, Q.
Fair enough, but I'm just stating, you know.
So, in a surprising turn of events, Fago's the fucking winner. Like, what?
That is ridiculous.
That didn't surprise me at all.
Bobby,
and I guarantee you, if we had
go through this whole thing,
if Harvey had the ability to stay through the entire thing, Fago would not have won. No, it wouldn't have. I'm pretty sure Fago would have lost against Dr. Thunder on that one.
Yes. You think? Oh, for sure.
I think so. I think as soon as you said, as soon as
real into that nickname,
Thunderfuck's hard, I think that was the absolute turning point, and that's where Harvey knew what Harvey was going to vote for all the way through to the end.
That's great. Mellow Yellow and Thunderfuck; those were going to be his hills to die on.
Yes. But that concludes our show for today, the Bubbles Takeover.
Nobody's going to be happy about this one. Nobody.
All the juggalos and juggalettes are going to be elated.
Yeah, they are. They're going to be so excited.
They'll be going whoop whoop all over the fucking place.
Oh, jeez.
I can tell you right now, everybody out there, I am not a juggalo. So if I'm offending you, I don't fucking care.
I liked how Hollis had described it earlier. I think it was participated in a little bit of juggling in the day.
Contact juggling.
Contact juggling, yes. I feel like that. It sounds like a more accurate term, so I don't know if I would say juggalo or juggalate. Although obviously I know what they are. So contact juggling.
Participated in a little contact.
I mean, contact juggling kind of sounds like you're having sex with a juggalo.
Contact juggling is where you have
all right.
ball that you roll. You remember the fushigi?
The little ball thing?
Like the little ball thing that you roll around in your hands? That's contact juggling. That was made really popular with the ICP crowd, and I enjoyed contact juggling more than I enjoyed the Insane Clown Posse, but you find an end.
You know what? In October, I actually get to see them live.
Oh, cool.
They're going to be at Aftershock, so of course, like 12-year-old hood rat over here got it. I have to at least go once,
Yeah, you do.
We gotta go soon.
Okay, that's cool because
The show is a complete rundown.
I do have a quote. I did find one, Freddie. And
Let's wait until the end of the show for that one.
Okay.
We gotta do the outros first.
All right. And do you want to go ahead and get those ones started, Freddie?
I'll go get those started. I am Freddie Fisher. I'm usually the host for the show. I'm not the host of today's show, but next week I will be. And next week, speaking of, we will be doing the Nod to the 90s Part 1. This is a nostalgia type thing. We'll be talking about stuff from the 90s. We have a guest from Australia. So we'll be doing a show on Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So it's not a normal time. Still be on YouTube. We're gonna have some fun in the process. You can find me at that. You can find me as Freddie Fisher on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracketology. We have 2 polls going up every single day. Currently, it is the I'd rather not bracket, which is a whole bunch of different really fucked up situations that we've discussed last week, and it's also the Bracket Bastards winners bracket, which on here Jurassic Park won that entire thing, and Q was very, very happy about that, even though he's not happy about today's episode. On Twitter, you can find me at Fisher777. We're all at Bracket Bastards, and on Instagram, you can find me as always at Can't Lick Me. Not one word.
Should be.
I tried; they wouldn't let me.
Q, where can we find you?
Of course, you can find me on Facebook under Quentin Bandy Strooch. You can also find me on Instagram under Master Bastard Q because, well, I am the best bastard and the master of these bastards. You can also find me on, well, Bracket Bastards because that's where I'm at.
Andy.
Well, I'm Andy, and I'm the first half, one of the halves of Don't Call Me Lady. And you can find me on Facebook at Don't Call Me Lady, or on TikTok and Instagram. You can find both of us, really.
Call Me Lady Music.
Yeah, Don't Call Me Lady Music. And then we do release some songs periodically just on TikTok or just on Facebook. So don't forget to follow us, so that way you get all of our updates.
Hollis.
Same. Ditto. I'm Hollis. I have Hollis Music 502 that I haven't posted on in a while. It's all about Don't Call Me Lady these days.
And if you haven't had the opportunity to go in and listen to Don't Call Me Lady, I highly suggest it. And not because we're related, but because it's actually super fantastic. The Lavender song, I still want to put on some fairy core clothing and just dance in the forest to it. But you can find me, your host today, Bubbles, at Bracket Bastards, obviously. And you can also find me on the TikTok under Jessie Marie.
Woo.
Woo! And now that brings us to the quote. Yes. And it's by Ernest Hemingway. I drink to make other people more interesting.
Yeah.
Facts, though.
Yeah, that is great. All right, we will see you next week. Again, Not of the 90s, Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time. You guys can you can adjust that wherever you guys are at. and have some very special guests in mind. So see you then.
Thanks. Bastards out.